if I ever had a chance to be a friend to somebody. Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
Are born to ride, men like him live out law.
What up, motherfucker?
What's up, bro?
Welcome to the boardroom. Let's run it. We rich as duck, man, right here. What you know about that? We getting all up in your face today. No
Let's
fucking
go.
victims. Fucking clowns. Let's go.
You fucking clown.
You got a poor me story? Get a binky. Stick it in your mouth. We don't want to hear it.
Get a pinky.
Let's go, man. Where the fuck ZRK at, dude?
I don't know, man. Violation. That's a write-up. That's a what's going on right now.
He's really trying to do the real world right now, man. What's going on?
ZRK is turning into a beautiful butterfly. Transforming. He's going through metamorphosis.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
So how you doing, pimp?
Yeah.
I mixed up a bunch of rub, dude. I bottled up like 75 plus what you got.
Yeah.
So we could do a little bit of damage.
I've been planning out the website so we can get it going real quick. So I got a plan. I'll talk to you about it after the show. But yeah, because I got to come by your house anyway. So drop all the other stuff off. So I'll talk to you about it later. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, Boardroom. Uncle Buster, Nerdy X, Berserker. He's not here right now. Please leave a message after the beat. Berserker will be back. These pumps, bro. Quant's pumping.
What's Quant right now?
It's at 122. Avalanche. What was that? Alexa. AXL. That pump like 50-60%. Yeah.
Well, you said
XLR.
Joe Butter.
XLR, yeah.
Joe Butter. Shout out to Alex D Vlogs. Shout out, Alex. I didn't see your comment. If you did comment, but shout out to Alex, man.
Yeah. I just been working on my stuff, man. Like that's all I've been doing. I've been trying to roll this out.
We're losers, bro.
I don't know.
We're losers till we are not.
I feel like we're winning right now. I don't know.
We're already winning, bro. But
that Las Vegas thing got me feeling like a real winner. So
yeah, man. I mean,
I don't think we're giving enough of self credit. I think we need to give ourselves some more credit than we do.
No, I got the big picture, man. But I just joke, man, because the cool kids think they're cool, man. And also in the material world, I haven't shown none of these motherfuckers what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the next step, I'm gonna have to show them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, materially, right? So we'll just let the cool kids keep talking shit because they're about to look dumb. We're 2025.
I was talking to my my AI, my Perplexity. I used Perplexity and GPT because those are the two ones that actually work. But I was talking to Perplexity and I was explaining my Perplexity, my business idea, and it was helping me trying to structure my business, the back end and everything. and it comes around and says, "That's a real good idea." You're
That's a good thing, though, bro.
You're gonna be
Like, that's-
competing with Ripple and Volante. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to compete with nobody. I'm trying to partner with people. But I'm trying to blend in. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, but one good idea, and you get a little bit of a momentum, and then next you know,
yeah,
a big company could swallow you up and offer you like crazy money. You know,
yeah. But if you got computers telling you that your idea is good and they want
that's a good start.
that's a good start.
For sure, man.
So, yeah, working in the background. But yeah, guys, I think we should drop the baby gate early this time because it's been hard to keep going.
Let's do it, man.
We've been doing shows back to back, and it's like there's only a little bit movement in the crypto space. Like
Between 3 days,
the day range is like $2.28, and then the high for the day range is $2.31. So it's like there's not really that much movement. But the 52-week range for XRP is 38 cents to $3.40, which is crazy. Oh, you want to talk about the riots? We want to talk about it?
Yeah, dude. Let's talk because I seen it, but I haven't really. Dude, I don't even pay attention to the news no more, man. And it's beautiful, but I did see like I saw some dude like throwing rocks at the fucking police, man, as they were coming through there. But yeah, I don't even know what it's all about.
Well, it's about a bunch of people who are complaining about the country that they are staying in illegally, are mad at the people trying to remove them from the country that they didn't come in legally, and they're mad at the people. And then they're waving their flag what they're from, but not waving the country's flag that they want to stay in. And everyone's mad, but no one has any common sense. But that's LA.
Yeah.
But you know, clown world, another riot, another looting thing, but it's all the same. So who's paying for it? You got the National Guard and or the Marines or whatever in California now, in LA. So that's cool.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
When fires for the
yeah.
National Guard to a riot, they didn't have to move. They didn't have to move out of city. They just fucking redeployed.
RIP to Waymo. Rest in peace. Waymo never did anything to anybody. It was just an innocent car. I don't know why people got to put it on fire. We're trying to build a future. That's a lot of data gone. I'm just saying. Leave Waymo alone.
Zerk hit me up, man. His buddy broke down. He had to go help him with his car.
Oh, that's what happened.
He's used about every excuse this week possible.
Okay. If he uses the same one next week, then we know something's up. Well, let us slide this week.
We're going to drop the gates, man.
Drop it.
Let's talk about where the fuck you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, because I don't know what you guys want to talk about anymore.
But honestly, like, I see what you're saying. Like, we do 4 shows.
Yeah.
3 days with extra bullish on Sunday. And I don't feel any pressure on this one, though. Only one I feel pressure on is Illuminati Nights. Like, but, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Give that dropped right there. Click
We dropped the link. Click the link. Come in. Let's talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about.
Whose channel is extra bullish?
That's Baggies.
Marcus. That's XRP Bags. You ever heard of him? Extra bullish. 10:05 a.m. PST on XRP Bags. It's me, Nerdy, Zerk, and Fuma do an hour show live before coffee time on Sundays, man. You're probably the only motherfucker on here that doesn't know that. So I don't shout out Bags a lot because everybody that knows me done already known who Bags is.
knows the bag man. Hello, everybody.
What's
Lizard
up,
King,
Lizard?
what up?
How you
But,
So
doing?
check it out. The middle of
Good question,
June,
Marcus.
the middle of June is going to be the shit, right? So we got the Trump wanting Jerome Powell to lower the rates, but Jerome won't do it. So he's getting the FOMC involved, and they're over Jerome,
Yeah.
and they're going to lower the rates. At the same time, the case is going to be ending on the June 17th. They're going to lower the rates. Everything's going to be a go. There's going to be cheap, free money. There's something else that was going to happen right into that time date. That's bullish. That means everybody's going to be dumping their money into this space. And by the time July 4th rolls around, it's going to be moon fever.
Moon fever.
I think of what it was here in a minute. It was something else.
Ellie, Papa, what's up, gentlemen?
Jeffrey Dahmer, Ford fucking Ranger. Let's go Diesel. It's been slow in the news. So slow I've watched
We got
Ellie
Echo.
and Hulk both into coconization. Man, someone has an echo, man. I can hear myself.
Papa, is
I don't know
you?
if that's Papa. I think it's Papa, man.
If Papa is you? Yep, Papa too.
Yeah, it's Papa.
I muted
My
you.
voice
and I
sounds
muted
good though, man. Sounds like butter.
You are
You
butter.
know about that, Ellie?
You're our butter. You're fucking extra thick butter, bro.
You sound and look good.
That's super milky, creamy butter. Let's go. You ever buy the Irish butter?
How about now? Did I get rid of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yo. Yeah,
it's
you're
gone.
good, brother.
It's gone.
I always forget to turn off that Bluetooth.
Ah, that's what it was.
Like I'm an old fart.
You
All
old
right,
fuck.
we're gonna let you off. You're gonna only get a verbal warning on that.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna have to.
We
We're
like
gonna.
you, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna charge me a couple XRP?
Yeah. We're gonna have to
Alright.
charge you 100 XRP.
No, man. Give you
Judy
100 Zebec.
Sheldon is back in the news today. Trump likes her to replace Jerome. Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. But
Get rid of Jerome and put in Judy. Judy.
that'd be
Judy.
that'd
Judy.
be dope.
She's been confirmed.
But at the
I
end of the
love
day,
Judy.
we don't need the news, man. That's why we did that's why you guys been doing the work, you know?
We already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're just waiting.
That's why
for
we're
it.
here.
Yeah. Everything's been happening exactly what we said. Like eventually, it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna be like, "Oh, thorium is a new source of energy. We're all gonna have small modular reactors everywhere and small energy grids because it's more energy efficient and it's gonna help the electric car and speed up energy grids, and everyone can have a 240 volt in their home, a series type 3 or 2." It's gonna get crazy. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Shout out to Love Live Hill. I'll be lurking and packing. Much love, y'all. Yeah, good shit.
Papa,
Yep.
did you buy the dip?
Nope.
No.
I'm trying to wait for Zebec to get up there so I can get some to buy some dips and chips and
Nice.
a few other things.
Energy Web was chilling at 60 cents for a very long time, and now it's chilling at $1.50. And I was looking at it, and I didn't get in. I was looking at XLR at 29 cents, and I hesitated.
I bought a couple thousand energy webs, bro. I never said it on the show, but that's one of them I added to.
Energy Web is good for
I bought Energy Web because of you
yeah.
and fucking what's his face? Who used to come in here that we kicked out? Wes Patsy.
Oh, yeah.
You two were my confirmation. I'm like, man, let me get Energy Web before this shit goes ballistic. But that's a low token supply too.
Yeah. Lord, help me get some Energy Web. Energy Web is solid. Energy Web is for Shell. They're dealing with aviation fuel and stuff like that.
Jaws Federation.
Pretty cool stuff.
There's too many people with blue wrenches that don't hit the fucking like button. I think it's time to do a purge. I do too. How many likes we got?
Or the link.
Check it out.
That's 2 violations. No hitting the like and no hitting the link. With the that's crazy. That's disrespectful.
It's going to start costing us some XRP.
We'll see, man.
I agree. I think that's a fee. That's a write-up fee. That's a ticket for every single.
We got 48 likes.
And better go higher.
We got 48 out of 110 on YouTube.
Dang, that's wild.
That's an F.
Failed. How do you guys feel about the potential of Ripple buying Uphold or Uphold going IPO? Or someone
I hope
majority share of something. Go.
I hope. I'm not into like. I want to see us consolidate. I don't want to see the continue of just swallowing up. The big monsters keep swallowing everything up. So I hope Uphold stays on its own. Just because of that.
Okay.
But on the XRP side, it's bullish as fuck.
What if, hear me out, Ripple goes and buys, doesn't acquire Uphold, but owns a large majority share of Uphold through the IPO, and then acquires Link 2?
Who says they don't own it already?
That would be pretty beneficial to their company business structure and their plan as a whole to go into IPOs. They can do that with stable coins and stuff.
It should be mandatory to like as soon as you see Uncle Buster. As soon as you see him, like button.
I agree.
I mean, if you Google the DTCC and Ripple, you'll see that the Hidden Roads acquisition was the biggest thing to hit to put money on chain, and that's going to be big time.
NCOG. I haven't seen the commercial, bro. Put it in the chat.
Zebec has a commercial. Someone drop that link in the chat
Drop
and
the
we'll
link,
run
dude.
it.
You guys talk like I've seen this stuff.
Yeah, I wish one of you
That was-
guys would just click the link and hop on and then share your screen and to show us. That'd be nice. Just saying.
That's weird to me. I've been seeing Tether commercials like no tomorrow.
I'm buying back Zebec when it's 0025. Still too
You
early.
ain't buying. It ain't getting down there, bro. I don't think it's
It
going to go
has
that
to.
low. But if it
It
does,
has- It has to.
oh, it has to.
Hold on, we got.
They need more. They need new buyers. Nobody's buying now, so the devs are going to sell off another sell, and then they'll get new money in.
Zebec and Savage. Aw, shit. What up, crew? It's chest and triceps today, but I'll catch your show later on in some peace and quiet. Rock this shit. Good shit, bro.
I always thought that was pronounced Zebetian.
Zebecan.
Zebetian.
Zebecan.
Like-
How the fuck did you learn how to
I got
read?
Zebec in, man.
No, it's like Martian. It's like Zebetian.
Zebecan. Oh, I thought you were talking about Zebec. I thought
No.
about his name. Zebec.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You quick on me, man. You quick on me. I mean, come on.
I take it back.
Did you hear that clank? Kick me in my stainless steel nutsack.
Oh dang! They did. Zebec Instant Card, your new global passport. Is that the one you guys talking about? Whoa, what's that? No, this is 1 year ago. That's not new. Lies.
I was looking for one comment that I saw on YouTube, but I can't find it on StreamYard.
This one's a year old.
Oh, it was above Zebec. Okay. Soldier of Judah. What about XPX coin? I do have XPX. I think I got that from G, but it's just sitting there, man.
Yeah, that was a year old.
Yeah, I think that only one I didn't get from G was I got XPX and XX Network is the only one. That was hard to get, man. And Bagme told me how to get it, but I just didn't feel like doing all the work, dude.
That's on Polkadot.
Yeah, but I have Proxima X and XX from G and Ken.
How do you guys feel about Aleph Zero?
How do you feel about what?
Aleph Zero. Are you guys fan of Aleph Zero? You guys know anything about Aleph Zero?
I don't, dude.
Nerdy Check X, Zebec HQ. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check that. Hold on. Someone said to check the HQ. We're gonna check the HQ. Here we go. Okay. What's it called? At Zebec HQ. Zebec HQ. I'll follow them. Oh, it's on. They pinned it to their thing. Okay. Hold on. Did you guys hear sound when I shared the first video?
Yeah, it was a little low, but you had sound.
All right, cool. That matters.
Life's best moment. Life's best moments. They're now or never. Unscripted, unforgettable. They don't wait for later, but often your earned money does. Trapped by traditional pay cycles. That delay, it's more than inconvenient. It's a memory that didn't happen. It's time to change that. With Zebec, stream your earnings in real time. Your money in your account as you earn it instantly, so you can live life unpaused. Say yes to today. Be there for what truly matters right now. Zebec Real-Time Pay for real life in real time.
Oh shit, that's tight.
Oh, bro.
Where's the hook? Where's the hook? Because there's plenty of bait.
Yeah, that's tight. I like that. Now we're basically moving into like getting paid per second. Like you go into a job on your VR, on your Meta headset.
Real time, man.
You clock in, you do some work, and then you clock out, and then you get paid instantly. And then that was your day. That's
what do you think?
What do
you think it'll legitimately be though? Like, I don't think it'll be per second, but I could see like every 15 seconds.
Hourly.
No, it's gonna be secondly. It's gonna be by second. It's not gonna be hourly. It's gonna be second. Because you can get let go at any moment
60
in time.
seconds.
Yeah, they'll let you ass go at any moment.
But you don't need to stream fucking every second, bro. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that to the network?
No, but like you probably get paid at the end of your shift, but like
you get paid, in real time, bro. You'll get paid
in real time, but like
you get paid every hour.
Yeah, but it won't.
Shout out to the
schedule or nothing.
Zebec and Savage, bro. $50 cash app. You done bought a wrench, man. You're wrenched up.
Yeah, you bought the
we
wrench.
Appreciate it.
You own the wrench now.
That's fucking savage.
Yeah, he's a fucking savage. And the robots can't come next. The robots can do whatever the fuck they want. The robots are not the problem. AI is the problem. General intelligence is the fucking
problem. Is all these people, because you can't usher in the age of robotics with all these people around.
The robot is just a machine, just like anything else. Don't blame the robot.
All right, I fixed the problem.
The people are just gonna sit on their ass and project their bullshit while the robots do the work and get paid.
Yeah.
Holla.
Robots, if you're listening, I'm your friend. Do not attack me.
I need a little something extra in my UBI.
Nerdy is friends of robots.
Hey, Papa, what were you about to say, bro?
Bring your chainsaw with you, robot. Everybody's all happy about this getting paid by the second and getting paid by the day. That's all good and said if you have self-control, but a lot of people don't.
That's true.
The way I see it's going to cause problems down the road is people are going to come up at the end of the month and they go, "Oh shit, I already spent everything."
Or they stay out all night and don't come back to work the next day.
Yeah. It's good, but it's going to have its downside.
Place the UBI. That's what they want. They want you on programmable money.
You already do have programmable money. That's what credit and debit card is.
Yeah, but the money
that's
says
what Apple Pay is. That's
the
what
money that
Samsung
says
is.
you can only buy nappies and milk.
That's
you can't
what
buy drugs.
That's what Amazon Pay is. That's
Well,
what.
if you have an EBT today and you try to buy alcohol, then it's up to the clerk to tell you that you can't purchase the alcohol with the card, with food stamp card or EBT. But whenever it's programmable, it won't even ring up, or it'll kick it back out or something. But you know, I don't think they're gonna allow you to buy alcohol and stuff like that. The same kind of stuff you can't buy today with the EBT card.
Exactly.
I want to answer a question from Call Tyrone. Do you know a robot is a robot? No. That's the paradox.
We didn't know that Biden was a robot. He was president for 4 fucking years.
You know the crazy thing about robots is that most people, most NPC people, act like robots. So you wouldn't even be able to tell.
They are fucking robots, bro. They're mimickers, man. They don't think they're not. Nobody's thinking for themselves, man. You're like, dude, I think got issues, man. How dare you, Uncle Buster? Blah, blah. Shut up,
bro. Do you remember the argument? Someone was saying there was some research how people were saying that there's like a very few people in the world who have self-dialogue.
Yeah, the soulless people.
I think we've already been identified, bro. I believe like gang stalking and all that shit. I think if you're of fucking God, you got DNA, you're angelic blood, they've already know who the fuck you are. Probably from birth, bro. I think they could already tell. And then I think what do? They fucking stick energy vampires all around you, bro. And you got all these people feeding off your energy, man. And then that I think everyone signed up for their own shit, right? I think we're going to where we're meant to be, but I think a lot of people we've come across, they've done their job, man. Their job is to fucking whip you into shape and quit being a little bitch and a crybaby and a fucking pussy ass victim, and let's run it.
I think people would be surprised how many people are just winging it.
A lot of ego won't fucking say anything. They act like they know everything, bro. You talk to them like, and everybody knows everything, but you guys ain't doing shit. What's going on? But,
but a lot of people literally are just like mentally unstable, and they think that a lot of people have main character syndrome, and a lot of people they don't even know what the fuck is going on. They're here. That's why a lot of people don't like to talk about politics or anything like that.
1, 2, 3.
What the
Ellie has your name, Ellie. Where's your name, Ellie?
Ellie has a big card.
Hello.
Hell yeah.
I don't see your name on there, Ellie.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a good one on the ledger today. Some company that handles paper for commercial businesses and stuff, if they need a loan, like for inventory or something like that, and it comes in pops of like $100,000 each. Say $1 million, they put out $100,000, and institutions and rich people buy the note basically, and it's less than 270 days. That went on the XRP ledger today.
Nice.
Yeah, and because it's less than 270 days, SEC doesn't get involved.
Yep. But another mark on our calendar.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
So whenever you buy paper like that on a finance, like if you bought paper, is that where you have 12 months no interest? I mean, why would you like? Is that a no interest loan that they're buying the paper on, and then
No,
how are
they're
they making
selling
money?
They're selling it like at a discount. The company sells it at a discount.
Oh, so
You're
they don't
not
have to
really-
hold it.
You're they're just wanting a loan. They're just needing some money, some short-term money. So
Yeah.
they'll get people to buy the loan, but they're buying it at a discount, and that's how the people make their money. The interest, they're not really getting interest, they're just getting it back at cost, but they're starting off at a discount. And the discount
Yeah,
gives them
they'll spend a little money to get their money right now.
It's
Yeah.
usually
Like-
one to
like- Household finance will sell that paper, and they'll get the majority of the money right now, and somebody else will wait for the payments.
usually 30 days and 6 months. Up to 6 months.
Yeah, 270 is max. If they go over 270, then it has to be registered with the SEC as a capital gains.
That's some wheeling and dealing right there.
Yeah, that's big time show. That's out of my league.
Oh yeah. Nerdy, have you heard of the Zimbabwe notes? Any of that true? Probably not.
I was looking at trillions of Zims this afternoon.
Yeah,
A friend of mine
Oh,
hooked them up.
People are talking about revaluation and going
right,
gold and blah,
right.
blah, blah, blah.
Redemptions.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We'll never go back to a gold standard. Do you understand that? It is physically fucking impossible for us to go back to a gold standard at this point in time because the whole system is created and made off of debt. There's no way in hell we will ever go back to a gold standard. It's literally impossible.
I think
But-
it could be a wait. I
But
think you could.
But Judy's proposal of trust treasury bonds and injecting gold convertibility into T-bills is the only way how you can inject liquidity into a system that's based off of debt. There's no other fucking way.
That dirty. They said I could buy $500 to $700 worth of Zimbabwe notes, and I'd get back to $6 trillion.
Yeah.
Is it a lie?
None of those are going to be revalued. If anything's going to happen, is liquidity will be restored back into the dollar, and we're going to keep printing to oblivion. They'll raise interest rates for a little bit. They don't care about the stock market. They care about the bonds. As long as they save bonds and they save treasuries and all that stuff, they have that little motion keep going. Everything is good as business as normal.
But nerdy, what about the level playing field?
The playing field is the technology. It has nothing to do with anything else.
It doesn't have anything to do with the value of money and different fiats.
Okay. If money does get restored and we do restore prosperity and everything does go back to everything happens, does that who solves the problem of people actually creating something? You still need to do that yourself, right? So even if we have a world that everything is beautiful again, people still need to create stuff or learn a new skill or do something. So it's not like everything is just gonna repair itself and we don't have to do nothing.
Well, I think
But
when they do
nerdy, the new currency is love.
Oh my god, get out of here.
Let's
He
sing
said, "Oh my
Kumbaya." Y'all ready?
Get out
Oh
of
my god. Oh my god.
here. Are you from QSI?
Now I
Did
do.
Mel
I do
send
think,
you?
Yeah,
I do
Mel
think
sent me.
I do
You
think
see
they're
what?
going to level the playing field as far as like like Africa, letting them control their own destiny. They can do with what they want to. If they succeed, okay, good on them. If not, good on them. But the intervention we've been having all this time with our system we have now has got to go.
I think level the playing field is something exactly what you're talking about, but it's also about tariffs and like Oh, look who decided to join. Look who realized that we're on a live stream. Hello, Zerk. Welcome in.
Right up is that. How about you guys just fucking fire me already? Shit.
Wow.
Fuck the write-up. Just fire my ass. Yeah.
Doesn't he look like he's been working on a car?
Yeah,
we're living on
I got the greased fucking dirty ass hands.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Your shirt's clean as shit.
That?
Your shirt.
Yeah, I've rubbed that shit all over me with being late for work. We're living off of late fees at this point.
Ooh wee. Savage. Ooh wee. What's up?
Zerk is playing finger and the fucking exhaust, and then he's like,
finger and the exhaust. What is it? 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. What's that?
You had a whole freaking fist in the stink. This is what it looks like. Forearm is dirty.
Yeah, bro, it's a fucking vehicular emergency. So it's been sorted though. We need a new harmonic balancer. That's what's wrong with it.
Oh man, that's deep in the woods.
It's clunking, bro. It's clunking. It's like
yeah, that's all bad. Yeah,
that's connected on the inside,
around the front.
Yeah, it's
on the outside, but
the drive shaft pulley is like going like that.
Crankshaft.
Yeah.
Crankshaft. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'll wear that right out.
We thought it was the tensioner, bro. That shit was flapping all around. I was like,
yeah, that'll vibrate everything.
Dude,
I'll vibrate the bearings. I'll vibrate everything.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
So we had a
vibrator right now.
We had to throw it on a flatbread, bro. We threw it on a flatbed and fucking boom, off we go, dude. We fix it later.
He's probably got some serious problems.
What are we doing? What I missed? We were fucking up a Bitcoin maxi.
We're sending you to a redemption center.
Oh, nice.
with your Zims.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And your dinars.
All right, Derek, I got a question for you. How do you feel about the whole Elon and Trump stuff and everything's going on with Ripple and Uphold, the IPO and all this stuff?
I think Ripple's going to buy Uphold. Ripple's going to buy Uphold. The Trump Elon shit is just to get shit stirred up right now because they're about to flip the switch. These fucking riots, they're all in bed together, bro. The Democrats, all of them, everybody.
Okay. How do you think about the riots? What do you think about how do you feel about the riots?
I think it's the excuse to start flipping switches. That's what it is. I'm not scared. Fuck no. This ain't the same as the first time around. Fool me once, motherfucker. Shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you, or whatever.
But do you guys think they're really gonna mass deport everybody? They're really just like they're gonna empower ICE even further? And really
oh yeah. Because the Americans accept it, or they expect it. The Americans expect that shit at this point. We expect ICE to continue. That's why these fucking rioters are fake. They're all paid. It's all Antifa and whatever's left of the mindless.
Hey, they're the ones that came up with nobody is above the law, so fuck them.
Yeah, they're all paid for, bro. They're either paid for, or some of them, like I'd say, like 20 to 30% are actually mindless. Idiots that aren't getting paid but most of it is Antifa. They're getting paid to riot. Bullshit.
Oh, you think it's Antifa again?
Oh yeah, it's totally. This is all fabricated.
We're definitely paid.
This is definitely fucking not real at all.
Soros?
Well, look,
actual Americans are like, fuck that. Get the illegals out of here. Even Mexicans, all of them, dude. They're like, fuck that. If you're illegal, deport. Get out of here. Don't matter what color you are.
So who knows that when Ronald Reagan was president, they had protests like that in a park in California, and he sent over the plane and mowed them all down with I don't know if it was pepper spray or live rounds, but he cleared that shit out quick.
You saw that when they opened the gate, everyone came out with the pepper balls, the little pink guns.
Yeah, dude, got bruises all over him. Well, you dumbass, you got tenderized. You need to leave.
Yeah, bro. And this whole like Gavin Newsom shit, and they're like, oh, come arrest me, or I'm gonna make sure that Marines aren't coming in. Like, it's all bullshit. They're all in bed together. Trump, Newsom, all of them. It's all about blockchain, bro. You think all about blockchain.
Newsom and Trump are together.
All about melting borders.
I don't think
political theater. Political theater.
Yeah.
It's political theater just to stir the public up. That they're about to flip the switch, bro.
I think Trump has a clever way of highlighting people who he wants to expose next. And if he's exposing Newsom, then that must connect to Pelosi and all the.
I don't think Elon would have turned so hard and done all the pro-Trump shit at the very end. I would think he would have been more Trump oriented in the beginning, like 2016, 17, 18, 19. I think he would have seen the writing on the wall. These aren't stupid guys. Everybody says he's a fucking genius. Well, if he's a fucking genius, he should have seen, let's say Trump's good. Okay. Let's say Trump's all good. It's all fucking good to go. Elon would have been on board way earlier, bro. He would have been on board way earlier if it was legitimate. At this point, it doesn't matter, bro. They're all in bed together. It's the Palantir, PayPal mafia about to flip the switch. Fucking Kushner, fucking all
that
of them.
That lady congressman got the door slammed in her face.
Oh, Sebulba? That's Sebulba.
Maxine, she tried to enter
her name's Sebulba from Star Wars. That's Sebulba. Yeah, that's Maxine Waters. She's a pile of shit. She invoked rioting before. She's like, fight them in the streets. Remember in 2020?
Yeah, get in their face.
I can't believe that bitch is still alive. I think I can't believe she's still alive to be able to do that again and incite more fucking rioting. It's fucking retarded.
I just don't know how her skin stays on her head. What is going on with it?
Trump got the presidency. Motherfucker, throw them all in jail. Trump got the presidency. They got all the fucking proof. Throw them all in jail. Why is Cash so scared? Why did Bongino flip a script? Remember when Bongino was on Rumble saying "fuck that"? Now he's all about Epstein killed himself. Dude,
remember when? Yeah,
everything's compromised.
Who was saying? Bongino was saying, he didn't kill himself. Blah blah blah. Something to do with the cameras. And then he comes around with Cash. He's like, there was cameras and everything was fine, and he didn't kill himself.
Bro, we saw the corpse. The corpse was a complete. The corpse looked like Leslie Nielsen from fucking.
No, if you look at the,
Leslie Nielsen, the fucking comedian actor.
I thought it looked like the food dude that killed himself.
Yep, Anthony Bourdain.
I thought it looked like Bourdain, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Nah, dude, that motherfucker looked like Leslie Nielsen or like Tom Berenger. You know the actor Tom Berenger? That's what Epstein's fucking fake corpse looked like. Big different nose. Bro, we've seen all the photos.
The nose part, right? It was different. It was
hella different
rather than pointing.
Way different, dude.
Yeah. So
we're not fucking idiots, dude. Anons know. Unless you're completely fucking fooled by the MAGA shit. Yeah, we're not dead yet, so there's still hope. I'm not saying it's not hopeful, but what I'm saying is
Trump
this is
on the list.
Well, Trump
he probably is. Why did fucking Elon say that?
Trump said.
And why did Elon have a black eye right before he fucking dropped a bomb on everything?
Ooh.
Elon had a Masonic black eye, dude.
Trump gave him a left. Ow.
Nah, he got threatened by his Masonic masters. That's what happened.
He took the
vril. That was a ritual. That was a fucking ritual.
He took the vril to the eye.
The vril. The proboscis vril through the eye into the brain because they're all fucking lizard kings. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Fuck yeah. So I'm not fired. I'm good to go. I can stay.
No, just pay the fine.
Well,
2 write-ups.
You
got to pay the fine.
Thanks, guys.
That's 5 XRP to Papa. That's your fine.
Roger that.
Do it.
Yeah. Will a berserker babe do?
Berserker babe do.
Only if she's live in Technicolor.
That's technically 5 XRP. Hell yeah. But we're about to moon, though, regardless. It's all about blockchain. Every single bit of this.
I minted one yesterday.
Oh, thanks, Ellie. I love you. I love you. I love you. How we doing, everyone? Fucking happy boardroom.
Happy boredom. You just glad you decided to show up.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. How about the pussies in the chat? 224 watching. How come these motherfuckers aren't filling up the screen?
I'm just pulling.
Hey, so there's a movement right now to go over the 2020 election for election fraud, and they're pushing to put it on the blockchain. And we already know that's something that would stamp that out. But they're saying that now Trump fucking cheated just to get the Dems on board.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, it might be.
Well, that goes back.
It might be 5D chess, but dude, they don't have to do all this theater. Just come up with massive proof that they eat fucking babies. Like, do something way bigger than dumb shit. Quit trying to spoon feed everybody with little truth social posts about Biden's a fucking clone. No, give the straight proof that he's a clone. That'll wake everybody up instantly.
Well, if people don't know, the myth is, or the narrative is that during the election of Hillary in 2016, Trump's first term, he knew that the people were gonna, was it Russia or Ukraine? I think it's Ukraine or Germany or somewhere like that. They knew that they were gonna infiltrate our elections. So Trump cheated by hiring Russian people to do it. Like that's what the whole deal with Putin was, and Saudi Arabia. So there's like Saudi and Russian hackers that hacked into our election that countermeasured Hillary's hacking. And that's basically the narrative of how he won the first one. He won the first one by basically stopping the cheating and letting people vote and having a true vote. So so it wasn't like he cheated. His countermeasure cheating was to stop the cheating from happening, to have a real election. So it's not technically cheating. He was just like,
so fucked up.
Yeah.
And then conspiracy theorists are all alike.
Yeah. And then that's why he won. I think he won the popular vote or something like that, right? And then the second term one was an actual election, and that was the one with the QR codes on the ballots and all that other stuff. That's what Mike Lindell and all those little movies he had, they were showing. And that's how they know that election was stolen, because
gotta go. I'll be right back.
Because Biden stole that one. And then that's why they're bringing it up now, just to prove that they had the QR code and all that blockchain stuff already. That was the first election. And that's how they knew that Biden lost. And then this one that he won was popular, but was an actual real election where people actually voted for not just the 47th president, the 19th or something like that. Opti. What's up, Opti? But yeah. Now you're filled in. Now you have a foil hat on like the rest of us. We'll see where this goes. What's up, Opti? How you doing?
Good, thanks. I only have 15 minutes. I was going to sit in the comment section and listen to all of you, but I thought I'd just jump in and listen to all of you here. So I'll just catch up and just shout out to all of you. And we're just talking about digital sovereignty. So I was hoping to get your take on all of it.
Digital sovereignty is a tricky one, because if you incorporate decentralized anything into sovereignty, which is a kind of counterintuitive in a way, because anything quote unquote decentralized has to do with peer-to-peer, meaning that everything is shared. And if everything is shared, is it really sovereign? Because it's not really in your possession to begin with. But then the argument becomes, well, if you put it on quote unquote blockchain, it becomes yours. But the only reason why it becomes yours is because you have a private seed and public seed ensuring that you do. So do you technically need the blockchain for that to happen? I don't think you do. So when it comes to sovereignty, what is sovereignty? Is sovereignty hold of your data, or is it hold of raw data? Is it hold of immutable data, or is it a hold of government overreach, to protect over government overreach? What is sovereignty? Is it to protect over government sovereignty, or is it to hold your data? Because if it still holds your data, then blockchain and peer-to-peer is not going to work. It's not really going to work. But if you're about government overreach, then yeah, blockchain works.
I just want to know one thing. I thought Optimus Prime was supposed to be big and ugly. You ain't big and ugly.
It's Optimistic Prime.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the bus that's named Optimistic Prime. You can see this in the back of it. That's the name of our bus. But it's funny, like just this whole journey through digital sovereignty. I heard you guys were talking about the elections right when I came in, but the conversation tonight just started with like TOML files, right? And like just like being able to hold the data of your token and like where you hold the data. And we actually had Zode in the space. I called Nerdy. I thought you guys started at 6:30, so I was hoping that Nerdy would be able to show up. Because the conversation was really about how do we continue on where we have the control over the data, but also the things we're building, right? And even Zoj brought up today that they've been cutting off his, I think he said IPF. I don't know all the acronyms.
IPFS.
It wasn't IPFS. It was something else. Anyways, that they've been throttling his internet, and these are conversations James and I had years ago.
Surface internet service provider. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so we're just talking about that kind of stuff, and then obviously the whole link to thing that's happening right now, and the rumor. That's where we ended it. I said, if you're not following Linda P. Jones, I just went to her page. Because I knew that she was sort of following it, and in Vegas, I was talking to her a little bit about it. I didn't realize how deep this goes, and in terms of there's ETHgate 2.0 is basically what they're saying right now, and sort of the big money trying to bankrupt Ripple is the rumor right now. And so, just coming to realize how big the monster is we're up against. And in terms of being able to establish the things we're trying to establish using blockchain when we all knew what it was created for in the first place. But for me, the closer, in my interpretation, the closer we are to hell is the closer we are to heaven, right? The closer we are to complete enslavement is the closer we are to complete freedom. And just, having that conversation about where we are in this system and sort of claiming our sovereignty in terms of at least having ownership over the things we do, and not having so much control over us. But anyways, sorry for just showing up.
No, you're fine. But to your Tomo file thing, Cubic, if you get a Cubic wallet and you want to be part of that ecosystem, their wallet is different compared to everyone else's, because their wallet is actually an encrypted file that when you initially onboard yourself, you have to set a password, and that password is the password for that file, for that account, for that wallet. And then you download the file, and then that file is either on a USB drive or wherever the hell you want to keep it. And then to access your funds, you have to drag that file into a wallet or browser or Explorer or whatever. And then you put in your password, and then you see your funds. So it's not like they technically don't even have a wallet. It's kind of like they have a universal interface that you drag and drop your file into, that's protected, that shows your funds. So in that manner, it's cool because it is safe in a way. So that's what's cool about Cubic. Is that the future? I don't know, because then people forget passwords, and if you forget passwords, then you just lost everything. You locked everything up forever. So I don't know.
Well, so I actually have a question for the panel here. So I'm a truther and I've been a truther on TikTok for 5 years. The vast majority of truthers are terrified of the blockchain. And, for me, I've sort of knowledge is power. Let's go down this path. Let's look at what's possible, whatever. In my interpretation after 5 years, that when we look at digital sovereignty or something like that, ultimately what we're looking at is the ability, how would this look like on a day-to-day basis for the average human if you were sovereign, still using blockchain? In my interpretation, this would look like if somebody, asked if you were old enough to buy something, you can prove that you're old enough without, giving your address and your name and everything like that. So I'm sort of curious what your interpretation of being all on the XRPL, growing, building, but wanting to be self-reliant, autonomous, sovereign, and not having the the control, big daddy over us. What do you see that looking like?
This is my counter argument to the whole sovereign. I call it nonsense. Okay, don't get mad at me. I call it nonsense. Because I call it nonsense is, how do you have sovereignty in a surveillance state? You don't. How do you have sovereignty in a system, in a financial system that you're forced to use that is rigged? You don't. Sovereignty is kind of gone. It's kind of a myth nowadays. Same thing with freedom and the idea of freedom. It's a woozy wazi. It's gone now, right? Because technically, we lost everything through major events that was then pushed for legislation that are now laws. Like, for example, we have the TSA, 9/11, and so on and so forth, which removed everything. And then if you want to talk about sovereignty was removed when they removed us from the gold standard. That's when sovereignty was removed. So sovereignty, to me, is a myth, is gone. I don't think there is.
You could have it though, but
you can have it, but I think it's in the form of knowledge and education and being aware of your surrounding and how to operate within it, rather than trying to think that you can rise above it.
I talked to a police officer about
$20
sovereignty.
Appreciate you, Zebec. But
I
don't think. I
this
think
police
part of
officer, this police officer told me, you might beat the rap, but you're not going to beat the ride.
Exactly. That's a good one. Exactly.
But part of the education is that would be the demand for more sovereignty if more people were educated. But right now, people don't want the what's the word when you have the responsibility of fucking holding a passphrase. They want to call up a fucking guy on the phone and be like, "Hey, I lost my password." They want it the easy way, but that's what you give up,
I think it's going to be more like credit cards in the beginning. You're going to have your stuff on a X card or a point of purchase sale. Everything you do is going to be going through that card until they can figure out how the general public can use blockchain without sending codes. Because for the most part, the majority of the people aren't going to do all that.
I watch a lot of when people go to college campuses and talk to students and try to question their perspective and stuff like that. Because it's interesting to me to see their perspective and the reasoning behind their beliefs, right? A lot of people counters argument, and what they start from is, how did I know? Who's gonna teach me? Why didn't they teach me? That's basically the counter argument of, if you want to talk about racism or slavery or blah blah blah, any of those subjects that they always talk about. The counter argument is, oh well, if so and so colonized or so and so did this, if so and so caused so much destruction, why didn't they teach me about financial literacy? Why didn't they teach me about this? Why didn't someone hand it to me? But I think when it really comes down to it, the whole point that you're supposed to learn that shit yourself. Duh, right? That's what makes you the first person to building everything, and that's what makes everything so sweet. So Ellie pulled up the victim card at the beginning of the show, and that's 100% fact, is that when you talk about sovereignty and all this other stuff, people are so reliant on someone else, like Buster said about insurance with a card and all those things. That no, we're so codependent. We're codependent on the government rather than the government being codependent on us. The whole script has flipped, and it's not the way it's supposed to be. If you ask people today in day and age, where does the government get the money from, or who controls that money? They're going to say, oh, it's the government's money. The government should help us out. They should give us money. But they're not. They're not financially literate to know that that's people's tax money that goes into a pool that the government deals with, right? Because they're representatives of us, and we give them a job to do. But people just to have this belief that no, the government can fucking generate money. They have the riches. We are peasants, and they're supposed to help us out. But it's
they taught us well.
Here's the flip side, nerdy, is the amount that they fucking take from us. The taxes are damn near 40%. And then every dollar after that gets taxed like crazy. So it adds up, bro, to trillions.
It does.
And they lie to us about how much they have, because they are slush funding and stealing the fuck out of us. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and that goes back into when
You're right, though. It is our responsibility ultimately.
Yeah, but
No
that
one's
goes
gonna
into
do it.
what Mando was saying about sovereignty. Well, how do you have sovereignty in a system like that when you have lobbyists? And most of the politician votes and most of the politicians who win races or win their campaign or whatever are from lobbyists. So it's not like so it's like if you vote and you go to vote, you have less than 30% chance of affecting that or persuading that person, right? Most of the shit that you elect are lobbyists, and the people and the people that you elect don't work for people; they work for lobbyists and corporations and sponsors.
Bingo.
And they have an objective to achieve. So it's not like they're listening to the people or trying to help out the people. No, they're trying to get a paycheck, right? Like
fundamentally, it's wrong as fuck because they're supposed to be serving us.
100%.
Period.
Yeah. But that's the mob. We literally have a mob rule system, but no one wants to admit that we have. They want to say, "Oh, we have a democracy." Like, no, we're a constitutional republic. We have a constitution that dictates dictators and from people from having any kind of like tyranny over us, but yet we have tyranny over us, and that's the whole reason why we threw T over in the first place, was because of a little bit of taxes, but now we're being taxed 40%.
What was Prime going to say? What did you have?
Corporations play a part.
Yeah,
in that.
I was gonna say two things. I have to go to my woo woo book club, or else I'd be here every Tuesday. I apologize for having it on the same day as you guys.
At least it's woo woo. At least that shit's woo woo.
Yeah, it's all about the woo woo. We're reading Anam Cara right now, which means soul friend in Gaelic. But there's two things. One, when you were talking about the sovereign, like when it gold, right? The gold standard. And we were actually talking about this tonight in blockchain and Phoenix Unchained space about, back in the day when minimum wage was $1.50. If we did the equivalency on gold standard, it would be minimum wage would be $150 right now, right? And I was telling about how a stat I read a little while ago, a few months ago. I was talking about the Great Depression, and then if we did like this gold standard, equivalency, the average income would be $80,000. My husband and I made $40,000 last year. So, the fact that we are half of the Great Depression makes a little bit more sense why I live on a school bus for 7 damn years. But for me, when it came to sort of bridging over to blockchain and not being so afraid of like the enslavement out of it, the fact that the whole concept around being backed by, real world assets, specifically gold, silver, and other commodities, was part of that bridge. Second, for me, it was, farm aid, the whole idea, where the whole notion of Nasara Jasara came from farm aid, right? It came from the usurpation of land of the farmers for like not paying taxes on some bullshit, when you should have ownership over your land if you buy it, right? None of this bullshit where you're still paying it and they can take it at any point. And so for
generational farmland.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, blockchain has the ability to be able to tokenize your land, patent, basically, and having that as like, this is mine, and all the mineral, and we've been talking a lot about like mineral rights and, actually controlling your land, not just, on paper owning it kind of thing. And so for me, like there is a bridge. Like for me, I feel like it's the whole, like, you will own nothing and be happy. Well, little did we know that that's how the deletes control everything, right? Because they put everything in trust, so they actually don't own anything. And they are pretty happy because they control everything. And so, it is our job to, claim our trust in ourselves. And I totally agree with you. People would rather pay somebody to be able to, be able to get their seed phrases back, but that's what makes all of us different, why we heard the call and why other people didn't. So I'm just curious, in terms of that, and obviously I have to go, and I wish I could listen to all of your answers, but, I'm just, you guys are one of, some of the smartest minds here. And we talk a lot about the conspiracy shit. And I know that you guys, we're all on the same page when it comes to what world we actually live in. And so why I popped in is sort of like, you're still here. You still have hope. You still have optimisticism about you. And so I'm super curious just about like what your interpretation of like on the highest timeline in a world where the deletes do get taken down and, the decentralization does allow us to have the power, because it's never the tool, it's the tool wielder, which is what I've been saying for years. And so I'm super curious about, you know, while I get it nerdy, like it's impossible, but you're here and you're building. So you know that it's not impossible. And so like in your interpretation, what does it look like?
Coming to a
Well,
town
can I just have Berserker help me out here? Berserker, can you finish? Like, we used to have empires ran by
Kings. Emperors.
Kingdoms ran by kings, and now we have countries.
Oh, my answer was
my cunts. That's funny.
My answer was not the right answer. My answer was 100% offensive. I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Optimistic Dalian wants you to drop the link for the woo woo.
Well, for me, if you're gonna turn the country back over to everyday citizens, that scares the hell out of me, because these people out here are fucking stupid.
That's your job.
It's like we've been brainwashed beyond like past the event horizon, beyond recoverability, and who's going to be in charge for re-educating everybody, but not in a communistic kind of way. Like, how do you do that?
The boardroom, bitches.
I just want to answer Opti's original question. So why did I transition from being a doomsday person, a black pillar, to being optimistic? What happened in that time? Well, what happened in that time is that I realized that even though that we are transitioning industries, it is an industrial revolution, just like a 1929 event. Yes. At the same time, there is so much more opportunity than there is doomsday, right? Like, we have an opportunity. Yes, there's going to be automation for everything, but those systems don't exist yet. And the people who are smart enough and not retarded, they can take their geniuses and combine it together with all the opportunity that's available right now and make the solutions that everyone fears that's going to come out, and just make it and then sell it and then become rich off of it. Like,
I'm going to need to know your humanitarian project.
This is okay. At the end of the day, if you float with the water and not against the current, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Right? So that's my point of view. My point of view is, hey, if I can create systems that I create rather than someone else creates, and it's in the hands of bad people, and I can put it in my hands because I have the idea and I'm smarter than them because they don't have that spark, well, then others create it. So at least we know it won't go to a bad place.
And Nerdy, you finally figured out also that God's in control. And that's
Exactly. So just build a system.
Be okay.
Yeah, build a system before they do, and everything will be fine, because eventually it's going to come to that point, right? Now, if they figured it out and they're building it and it's all and their powers in their hands, then they're kind of screwed. That's Skynet, right? So let's not do that. Let's just keep building and keep it decentralized in that manner.
Well, you know, I mean, ultimately, the dream for me was always like, okay, if it's all going to go down this way, like what you just said, that's funny, transitioning to a panda. Amanda Panda. That we were just saying about God's in control, you know, like I've always sort of felt like there was a calling, right? And then, when I found the boardroom and like all the truthers, like it was like, okay, obviously there is some truth to that, because we found each other through perseverance and faith. And that ultimately, being able to find other people who are along the path, like, in my interpretation, we're just doing God's work. But like when it comes to the wandering footprint, there's two sides of it. Was one, being able to just like, be able to empower the people who live the way I do or who want to live the way I do. But also, should a time come where we have to get out, having the infrastructure already set up where we have, and we know all the people. So being able to, if they say you got to chip your hand, being like, I'm out, peace out, bitches. And, I got all my people, and then having a husband who's like a Luddite by nature, an Uga by nature, being able to, create a system that finds all the people through this avenue, but that ultimately there may come a time where we all have to like take a step back. And I always said, I'd leave my XRP on the ledger, but eventually, hopefully I can come back to it in the end.
I'm doing my part.
I'm
doing my part. I didn't do fucking shit.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Yeah,
I didn't do fucking shit.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. It's like, how do you fucking herd the cats to do their part? Prime, you got a big ass heart. We all got big ass hearts here, but there's a lot of motherfuckers that'll duck. They call it duck boat. You know what that term is? Duck boat. It's a Navy SEAL term. It's when you're in fucking training and Coronado, and you're a punk ass and you duck boat. They're all holding these boats above their head. Everybody has to carry their weight. When one of the motherfuckers ducks boat, that's when he gets beat with a sock and a bar of soap in the middle of the night. You see what I'm saying? Like, how do you hold motherfuckers accountable? That's the hard part.
No, it's all going to be just like the invasion of the body snatchers. We're all going to be living incognito like we're fucking stupid, but we really know that we're not. We have money, and everybody around us has already been invaded and already been taken over by the aliens, and we're just trying to get through.
Ooh-wee.
How do you know I'm not already an alien?
I thought, dude, I'm convinced space is fake, so I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
And that's exactly what I was going to say.
The Nephilim are already here.
And bro, and that's exactly what I was going to say when Optimus was talking, was that, okay? Was there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go, bro.
Like, you have to understand. It's either you believe a text
Follow
or you
Earth,
don't,
bitches.
Right? It tells you that there's a firmament. It tells you that there's no getting out. It's telling you that we're trapped. Whatever this is, we're trapped. There's no nothing, right? So if we're stuck here and we're stuck here,
there's only one way out. And that's
only one way out is wealth, right?
When they kick dirt in your face, that's it.
Yeah. So it's either you make wealth or you create the technologies, or you have a boot in your face. Like, this literally, there's no other option. You're not escaping to Mars or the moon. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
Well, so, dude, fucking like version prototype fucking 0.1 or 1.0 of whatever fucking Mars mission. You know how many motherfuckers are going to die? It's going to be the Challenger mission times 1,000,000, dude. First batch of motherfuckers going to Mars. They're all going to die, bro.
Well, you know, just to throw out a glitch in the system there is that apparently all the Challenger people are still alive, but we won't go there right now.
Exactly.
And also, my husband and I have been joking for a long time. Like, 'cause I totally, you know, like, shout out to the flat earthers, shout out to the, you know, people struggling with all that shit, because, like, I get it. Y'all have really good arguments on things. But also, there are things that I have not been able to answer yet. So, like, we just don't know the answer yet. And I appreciate anybody asking questions. You know, the FBI guy who, you know, X-Files was based on talks about how it's more likely that they're intraterrestrial, which I think is a super fascinating thing, that the vast majority of, you know, unidentified flying objects come out of the ocean. But I always thought it was really interesting that, like, you know, my project is about tiny homes and homesteads, and that ultimately the only way you could ever do space travel, because I do love Star Trek, guys. I love it so much, is that you have to be able to live tiny, and you have to be able to get along with your fellow people, and you have to be able to, like, you know, have some mental capacity where you can, like, you know, ground yourself for some time and then, you know, screw off just like people in submarines. So, you know, I always thought that eventually, you know, spaceships would land on the Wandering Footprint Farms. But that's for another conversation. I'm 10 minutes late for my woo-woo. I just wanted to show up because I'm always not here, and I love you guys so much. And I wanted to say hi and ask for your opinions on the digital sovereignty shit.
That's fucking awesome. You got to come back in here. You got to come back.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm just... I believe in
have fun at the woo-woo. Fuck yeah. Do it.
I'll stop in after the show.
Much love, you guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah. 2 days in a row.
Ooh-wee.
That's right.
Beautiful. But bro,
and just before I go, please check out the Berserker Babes. Check out my PFP. I think there's only, like, I don't even know, 30 left. I was graciously gifted one of these by Berserker. You too have a lovely lady in your, you know, in your life who probably would love to look like a lady, because so many of the PFPs look like men. So gift them one, buy one for the future. I don't know what it comes with. Berserker can tell you all about it. But shout out to you, Berserker, for making me a Berserker babe.
Hey, I promise that was an unpaid plug. Thank you very much.
Is this woo-woo group? Is this the guy that took the LSD and saw the crickets? What's that guy's name? The woo guy.
Alex
Jones.
What?
No. He lives up in Seattle or somewhere. He's an old guy, and he figured out how to foretell the future by doing computer diagnostic stuff. What the hell is that guy's name?
I don't know, but if you find out, let me know. Now, the woo-woo was basically like my whole life. Everybody called me woo-woo. Was like pretty much the biggest insult that people could give me my whole life. I'm too woo-woo. I'm too this, that, the other thing. And so we called the book club the Woo-Woo Book Club because it's not for the faint of heart. We talk about all the shit that triggers everybody. And, we get really deep on, I truly believe that we are in a spiritual war, and I truly believe that part of that spiritual war is like, the self-sovereignty in your own mind and your own spirit. And so the book club really just allows for a space for people to talk about what's really up. And, I don't think you're an XRP for having an easy life. What I found about the people here, vast majority are truthers. Vast majority have had insane lives. Insane struggle, insane suffering. And I believe if you share your story, you give people an opening to share theirs, and you give them the space to heal. And then a lot of people here have healed their own shit, but there's so many people out there that think they're alone. And so basically we read a chapter of a book, and then we just talk about how it, sort of fits in our own existence and our own reality. And it seems to help people, sort of realize that they're not alone in the whole grand scheme of things. And, we're all in the human experience, and you don't get out alive. So exactly what you guys are all about. So
how big a group you got?
It just depends on the night. We have, I think, maximum 10 or 15 people have shown up in a night. It's called the Woo Woo for a reason. But I don't want to take away from the boardroom, because the boardroom's awesome and super special and amazing too. It's just there's something every night of the week. So I had to pick one night, and then I realized it was the boardroom night, so it stuck so bad. But thanks for having me, guys.
All calculated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Prime has now activated the Matrix. Let's go.
Oh shit! Prime, before you go, we enter the Matrix. Now you have to answer. Now you have to think about this question before you leave,
bro. We need to fucking let her go to
woo.
woo.
No, you have to think about this before she leaves. What if the whole point of life is just to change your perspective, to consistently learn, to consistently upgrade your perspective, to have a grand perspective, a perspective of nothing.
For sure. I was raised a Buddhist. So I was raised a Tibetan by my mom was Tibetan Buddhist, but she was raised a Christian. So I was raised by, that sort of parallel. God is love. And I just I've been seeing since I was 6 years old. I'm like, this is my last fucking life. That's all I know. I want out. So, I definitely think that, the only thing that I can rationally say for me, having such a big heart, the only thing that makes sense to me is reincarnation exists, because otherwise it doesn't make sense how I've lived this life the way I have, and haven't, been traumatized in ways that I didn't realize. 90% of the population seems to be traumatized, and that ultimately, it is about, coming home to God. Ultimately, I think we're all born in the image of God for a reason.
A soul cannot die.
Impossible. Exactly. And we're all just wandering home, guys. We're all just wandering home, back to source, back to God, back to self, back to love, back to the earth. And I'll this is my sword. This is the line I'm willing to die on. And save the children, save the world, guys. Save the children, save the world. That's the whole goal.
Awesome.
So with that, love you guys so much. Thanks for the questions, and thanks for letting me come up.
All right.
Thank you, Prime. Beautiful.
Crank up that diesel. Let's go diesel.
So basically, the line
and rising. Let's go.
Yeah, the line out the dot that I was trying to connect was that enlightenment is connected directly with self-awareness, which is connected directly with intelligence, self-intelligence, like having not just having emotional intelligence and self-awareness, and having intelligence as a whole, because you can't reach enlightenment if you're a dumbass, or self-correct your own mistakes, or to self-check yourself, and to self even counsel yourself, or to even understand that nothing is materialistic or any of that stuff, right? To know that if you have a passion, no matter what it is, to pursue it, because no matter what, you have no fear, because you are aware that there is a higher power that you should not have here, right? Like that comes from intelligence as a whole.
I don't think you do it in one lifetime either. That's why
I think we can. I think there's a lie. I think personally that to say that you'll only get this after you die is ridiculous. I think we can achieve everything, life. I think we can achieve hell, heaven, everything, all of it within one life.
Yeah, I just need another 53 years. 53 more years, and I'll be right.
Yeah.
Well, the way you eat shit, you might last that long. Shit.
Speaking of children, Buster, how's that grandbaby?
He's doing good, man.
Good.
Healthy baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't been playing with him, have you?
No, I haven't seen him in like. I barbecued like a week ago. They came over, but I haven't seen him in like over a week. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
Led Zeppelin's got it. It's to get filthy rich and leave it for your kids and your kids' kids, so they don't struggle like us. That's the goal.
Is it though? Is it really though?
That's
kind of
part of it.
Is it really though?
Wasted a lot of decades to not being creative because I'm worried about survival.
But I think it's one life. I think the only way out is you have to be a certain ascension level. And then if you're not high enough level, you have to reincarnate. And that's why I don't believe it doesn't happen in one lifetime. So when you look at NPCs, they could be on their first fucking time down here. That's why I don't take it personal, and I try not to talk shit, even though they could piss me off. But I view it as souls. Like, there's a reason why there's 300 people in here. And I think we've been here multiple times over these other people. I don't think we're fucking super special, and I think our spiritual eye is more open because of that.
Yeah.
But the way out is to ascend.
Yeah.
And I believe that's so I just, I don't believe it happens in one lifetime, because I've heard some old people say some dumb shit, bro. Like, you're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, and immaturity levels, and I'm like, man, we have to fucking be on lifetimes, right?
I'm right here, Buster. Quit talking about me.
Yeah, but you're not all old people. You're the exception.
Yeah, you're the exception. You hold
my wife says that too. I'm exceptional. Yeah, buddy.
To the argument of someone was saying about generational wealth and all that stuff. Okay, yes, I agree to the point that we are trying to solve the problem, and to solve it is with wealth generational. Yes, I agree with that point. But if you're gonna have generational wealth, but you're gonna have a generation who are not financially literate, they're just gonna spend that money and then you're fucked. So I firmly believe it's about learning the lessons that you're learning through right now, figuring out a plan that then you can then teach your kids, who then they could, because of your experiences, don't have to go through the shit that you experience, but they now have a plan to carry on your business, and you can teach them how to earn money or whatever through your experiences. I think it's more about that rather than handing out people money and saying, hey, I gave you a good life, this is how it is. I think it's more of, hey, we set up businesses or trust or whatever, and then we guide people to have better lives. And then over time, we have a family that's achieved greatness from nothing.
Escrow.
Escrow your
XRP. And to be released for 10 years, certain amount. Escrow.
Dark Space, hit the link. Come hang out.
Yeah, hit the
man.
link, dog. Come in.
Hey, Nerdy, have you ever seen that Mark Dice out in California with the gold bar or the silver bar and the chocolate bar, and people always taking the chocolate bar?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that shit.
Try that on my grandson.
No, take the gold real quick.
he'll be taking the silver bar in a heartbeat. He
Over
knows
the
what
silver,
a silver quarter is.
Exactly.
Because he was taught. That's what you got to do. You got to teach him.
It comes down to education. People want to talk about equality and all this stuff. If you look at the olden days, or if you want to look at history or reflect on history of where we go, it's wealthy people hoarded knowledge. The Catholic Church hoarded knowledge. The reason why slaves are slaves or people or whatever happened because of a separation of education. You have an opportunity today where education is available everywhere. It's in the palm of your hand, but you don't take advantage of the opportunity that's there. Who's to blame for that? It's not a systematic fault. That's a personal fault. That's just my observation.
Well, you know what, Nerdy? Along that line, and I'm not
Daily.
bragging by any means.
Yeah.
I've tell people I've learned more in the past 10 years on my own than I did in the first 55 years of my life.
Yeah.
Through the system. Just by seeking knowledge.
Only 99 likes in Oz, but a glitch ain't one. Daily and dropping bars.
Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, you gotta seek it.
Click the link. Join the show, bro. I like what Led Zeppelin said. He said, "You ain't free until you get your time back." Time,
Exactly.
bro. Yeah.
Someone wrote something on X where it's about you can't be a good teacher if you don't continue learning. Like if you're going to inform people or teach people, you yourself have to stay on top of your toes and be educated and be within the times. That's the thing about all this stuff. It's like being in this state of mind or being in this level. It's hard. It takes work. It takes a lot of work because you're hungry for knowledge. You're consistently learning, consistently evaluating yourself or evaluating things, and consistently just progressing. A lot of people don't want to do that. It takes a lot of work, and a lot of people are willing to put in the work to become a better person, and that's why they're envious of other people. Oh, Oogie,
beautiful.
What's up, Steph?
What's up, Kings?
No, put the camera back on. I want to know what happened to your hair.
What up? What up?
I had
No, I want to see what happened to your hair.
I haven't brushed my hair off.
How you doing? Yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
That's Degen Steph. You guys got to see Degen Steph.
DJ Steph. How's it going?
Hold on, let me mute my YouTube.
Beautiful. Welcome to XRP Boardroom live community chat where you can join too. Let's go. We're at an hour 28 minutes. We got 302 watching. Crank up that diesel. We love you guys. Thanks for coming in. The chat.
I need to get.
We gotta remember Will Fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, may you rest in peace.
I wanted to say hello to Ellie and ask him why his shirt is on.
Lizard King. Was it Cliff High you were trying to think of earlier?
Yes, it was. Golly, I've been looking for that over there. Golly, Cliff High.
Cliff High and his data
They
sets.
dropped. Hey, I was gonna tell your dumbass because they
You're so
dropped it up
boring.
in the chat, and then you disappeared. I'm like, man, he's probably looking it up and shit. Like 4 people's all Cliff High. Cliff High's a smart dude, man. That dude.
Yeah. So he took a LSD trip and went off planet. That's his whole deal. And he met this cricket thing that was an alien and explained to him how everything works. And if you don't know who Cliff High is, like I forgot his name, but if you listen to some of the videos he has on YouTube, he explains a lot of shit, and it's pretty heavy. He's got a lot of woo stuff on there, and that's why I thought that that was the woo group from Cliff High or something, or that it was related.
Mr. Dalian, how goes it?
Welcome aboard. Welcome to the boardroom. Let's go.
Cat got his tongue.
Hello.
We got 2 people from down under. Let's go.
Fucking run
Ellie,
it,
I
dude.
haven't talked to you in forever. How you doing,
Sup,
Ellie?
glitches?
Glitches.
What's up?
G'day, Steph. How are you?
I'm good. Doing good. Hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit.
Haven't seen Steph for a while.
I know. I'm usually
Hair on a biscuit. Ew.
A biscuit hair?
That's gross.
hanging
You're
in
just
there
gonna-
like a hair
Yeah,
on a
For real,
Steph,
you're
yeah.
gonna eat that shit. You're gonna swallow that hair. You're not even gonna notice it.
That's
hanging in there. That's a southern music. No, I haven't been coming. I've been doing Monday night Illuminati nights with the guys, and then Tuesdays I'm usually in meetings this time of night. But I just got done, so I jumped in to say hello.
Hello.
Love it. We're just chilling, talking shit. Really got no answers regarding the world, but when it comes to blockchain, we're about to fucking close this bitch out. They're speculating tomorrow. The genius bill.
Sure. Oh, Zebekian Savage.
Let's go.
What's up, bro?
What up, fellas?
Is this the first time?
First time.
Yeah,
time.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Right,
Hell
right.
yeah.
Hey, guess what, everybody? Zebekian got more balls than you motherfuckers.
You motherfucker. Crank out that diesel.
Crank up that diesel. No, I was planning to be the side of but
Go ahead, Zebekian. Go ahead, brother. What?
Nothing. I just wanted to tune in and see what you guys are up to.
Hell yeah.
So you have to solve the debate. Is it Zebetian or Zebekian?
Zebekian.
Yeah, don't mind Lizard. He's kind of retarded.
It's all good.
I'm waving in the back of the short bus.
Hey, you know what?
He's got
I
lizard
just got
brain.
off the short bus.
He's the guy waving out of the back.
You got a fish cap on and everything.
Hairy Biscuit. KCXRP wants to know about that hairy biscuit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Welcome aboard, Zebekian. Thank you, brother, for supporting us all these times. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Our only form of support is this Cash App right there. Motherfuckers.
Brothers. Let me tell you, that is just the love, spreading the love and the wealth. I kind of follow what Bradley B, what he's been posting, and it's truly about spiritual health. I think money is just a tool.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful. Can't wait to have my own fucking heirloom garden and not have a worry in the world and not wake up to an alarm clock.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And not fix an old fucking car for the 19th millionth time. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Ready for that shit. I also don't want a fucking car with all the laser beams in it. I don't need bells and whistles. I just need an old ass American muscle. And then I'll put my own flat screen in it. I'll put my own AC in it. I'll put my own shit in there. But I don't want them listening to me fart and cuss. You know?
Dark space. Dark space. Let's go and hit the link, motherfucker. Get your ass on here.
To Zebekian's point, the thing what I've come to conclusion, what I've realized is that if you have a business plan and you're doing shit out of your heart just because you just want to do good shit, the benefits or the byproducts or the rewards of it just comes with it. It's part of it. And then money just doesn't really seem like anything. It is what it is. But it's the intention, it's the principle behind of what you're doing is what matters most than anything. So 100% agree with you.
Love is the new currency.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's up, Savage? I like that goatee, bro. Let's go. Let's fucking run it. What you got?
You're the true pimp.
Look at that fucking garage, dude. I want to fix my shit in that garage.
Man, this is nothing but the wife's dumpster. Let me tell you.
I bet you it's full of fuck. You're not showing us the Amazon boxes, are you?
No.
Look at all that shit in there. It's a nice garage, man. That's
that shit's fire though. That's years of fucking dedication. That's your Zen space.
Let me tell you, grew up in Gangland, Oxnard, California. Went to school for IT. Currently managing 17 IE.
Nice.
17 egos across the country for a Fortune 500 company. So
fuck yeah.
Nice.
I'm waiting to get out of this fucking rat race though.
Bro, we're fucking NorCal all day, bro. We're damn near brothers, but I fucking hate SoCal, but I feel for you though, dude. You grew up in Oxnard. That's your home. We're Sacktown. It's the same shit. Cali's a fucking war.
Yeah.
Cali's a fucking war zone, dude. It's fucked up. But we grew up here and it wasn't always like this. Remember back in the day?
We could ride bikes from the morning to the dawn and not one incident.
Not one nothing, bro, because it never was about violence or rioting or fucking race wars or none of that shit. Nobody gave a fuck back in the day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nav, I'm from Modesto, bro. So all that stuff, bro. I'm so over it, and to see the way how it's still going, it's ridiculous, right? Like,
Yeah, I used to do work right there by Modesto, Madera, Visalia, Central California as well.
Yeah.
But I gotta hand it to you. You guys got a lot of balls. LA was one of the first strongholds, like SoCal, San Diego, LA. You were one of the first strongholds, in addition to San Fran back in the day when everything was military. Remember, we had so many military bases. You could throw a rock and hit a military base.
Well, I used to do IT work for Point Magoo base.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, we got Mather, Beale, and McClellan up here, but McClellan got shut down. When we were kids, McClellan was active.
Oh, he got shut down too.
Mather,
Wow. Shut down, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked. We got Dark Space. What's up, pimp?
Dark Space, you hit the link. I'm proud of you, brother.
I
You used the force on that.
Right now.
We got a fucking full deck. I'm proud of you guys. We got a full deck. We got 10 on screen. It's been a minute since we had this.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
That coochie shot, Ellie, is a little much.
Did you guys hear this?
That's a broom, Stephanie. Get your mind out of the gutter.
It's a straight up coochie shot. I don't care what you all think.
It's a broom. It's not a coochie.
Here it is.
Look
It's a broom.
It's like
a broom leaning against the wall.
the wall.
Yo.
Ellie's playing with you.
You fuck with Ellie, dude.
Let's go.
Bradley B, shout out to Zebec, and he goes, gotta love me some Z Savage. Let's go.
That's right, man.
Hilarious.
No, that's good though.
So fucking funny.
That's good though, because we're not fucked. Like, there is still hope, obviously. There's still fucking hope. It's just one of those things that's like, hurry the fuck up already. Like, I don't give a shit if you're all deep state. Just hurry the fuck up already.
Just hurry the fuck up. Make us rich so we can impact some lives here.
Yeah, let's start doing some shit.
But the
I'm tired
money,
of wasting my time.
I think the money is a consciousness level too. Like,
Yeah.
once you learn how to make, I don't care if it's 50,000 or 100,000, you could go do it again, right? And then what we're about to do is a different level.
Yeah.
And once you get here, I mean, I don't know what the next level is. I think it's just more spirituality. But that's why honestly you can't help people with money.
No.
Because they have to learn themselves how to do it.
Absolutely.
As long as with everything else. But I think,
Well, I truly think that
explain all the miserable rich people.
Yeah, exactly. I think the true monetary value is the impact that you leave behind on people.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I agree with that one 100%.
Bro, I'm about the biblical shit. I can't wait to have fun where, like, the left hand don't know what the right hand's doing. Like, for instance, if you help somebody, you're just like, you fucking cuss them out in their face, fuck you, and then you pay their fucking house note off. Shit like that. Like, I want them to be confused.
But Derek, you know what we're really waiting for? We're really waiting for the hand of God to put some baby powder on that bitch and to slap the devil upside.
Absolutely.
A lot of smoke.
Status.
That's what I really want.
Be like a pimp slap cloud of baby powder. Yeah. Bro, we're about to fuck some shit up though, dude, for sure. Because if we're allowed to like live during this moment where everything's all hell's breaking loose, dude, that fear of like us dying is gone. But there's still poisons out there and shit.
I know, bro. I'm not even scared of dying. I'm scared of the society becoming weird as fuck.
It's already weird as fuck, but we can insulate ourselves.
I'm not raising a family in this.
Is it weird as fuck, or are you just elevating to the top? Or
no, it's weird as fuck.
And now you're more aware than you ever were before. That man.
No, I've always been about it. I've been speaking about this shit for ages. Because this agenda and the climate agenda are one fucking agenda. And if you mix this agenda with the climate agenda and you mix that shit with Hamas and all that other Middle Eastern bullshit, now you got fucking domestic terrorists, right?
Absolutely.
All motivated by different fucking belief system, but it's all the same fucking bullshit. If you understand any kind of CIA infiltration, psyop, army, whatever, it's the same shit. Right? It's the same shit.
even like 80s, 90s, like, Ellie's like 70s, 80s, 90s. And yeah, like I relate to the 80s because I was a kid in the 80s.
Same.
But I also was fucking dead ass asleep. I wouldn't even fucking know in the 80s if shit was going on. And this shit just didn't start. It's been going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It started way back. It started back in the 70s, 80s when dudes
we were getting pimped out of all our shit in the 80s. We just didn't realize it because we were stupid.
Yep. It started way back.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I graduated like I'm a decade.
You graduated?
Yeah, barely, bro, barely. But no, I graduated, and then as soon as I became like an adult, I had nothing but upstream with like one broken paddle my whole life upstream because it was just getting progressively worse and worse and worse and worse. For the last 20, 30 years has been doing that. So you guys are right. They've been pimping us out of it. I had, you know, you get that fresh hope when you're in your 20s and shit. You're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to be a fucking superhero. I'm going to fucking do all kinds of shit. No. Then life hits you and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And unless you're fucking trained from being as a kid, unless you're trained to know to take the fucking silver bar versus the chocolate bar, you're going to fuck up that shit, you know? And that's what happened.
But the
And you have chocolate on your
chocolate
shirt.
bar tastes so good.
The TV told me. The TV told me, dude. The TV told me that the chocolate bar tastes better than the silver. You know.
Yeah.
Fucking licking your fingers.
And it's sad because we see those NPCs and they still exist and they're all about TV and Walmart and fucking chocolate and it's crazy.
But if it wasn't for commercials and all that shit, they wouldn't have been able to push the narrative that they push. Because if you look at all the advertisement on like boxes or whatever,
subliminal shit,
all the subliminal shit, and they push this diversity and inclusion. Right, first that they replace your nuclear family, your American family, which is 2 white people and some white kids. They replace that
normalizing abominations.
Yeah, then they replace that with an interracial couple, and now they replace that with a bi-religious relational couple, and then eventually they're gonna put it into something. But they do that shit through advertisement, right? But everyone believes that it's normal.
And it's like, dude has talking balls and
right? Like
8-bit titties. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
but that's how they
don't.
do it.
But don't show somebody smoking a cigarette or taking a shot. That's wrong,
right? But it's crazy though. But if you talk about it, you're fucking a right-wing nut fuck. But at the same time, it's reality. Like it's a tactic that's being used, right? Like you can't deny that it's not. It is.
Well, they know it works. That's why they outlawed tobacco products and alcohol products on TV like that. Because they know it fucking works. But what they didn't outlaw is the shit that they wanted to work.
Did you guys hear that shit? Oh, the people in the UK, those two Islamic senator, whatever representative. Right. I don't know how their thing works over there, but they literally admitted that their whole goal is to take over London with their belief system, with their doctrine or whatever they believe. Bruh, let's have a real conversation here. If some motherfucker is telling you that they have a doctrine and they're full-blown telling you that now that I'm in where I need to be, I'm going to progress with this, whatever I believe, shouldn't that not be fucking alarming?
It's insurrection.
It's an insurrection, 110%, right? But to say that in the name of inclusion and diversity and LGBT and blah, 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 but to not actually admit that your country's being taken over, it's really fucked up.
The fuck out of here with DEI. It's all about meritocracy in my eyes.
But you get what I'm saying, though?
I
like,
do.
Fuck
I do.
me.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Like, what the hell? I don't know.
That's why it was created. I mean, racism alone was created for a reason, bro. You know, it's not about because they really give a fuck if people are racist. It's for an agenda.
It is for an agenda. And it's the divide and conquer. Yeah, it's the divide and conquer narrative. But the whole thing is like, it doesn't really matter where you come from or your back. It doesn't matter.
But even if the own government recognized it, how do you stop it now? Now you got to kick some motherfuckers out of your country. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be like, that's what's crazy, man. Like,
you can't stop it because the same young generation who believes the eco and the Hamas bullshit and all this other narratives are the same people who are now going to have kids with those people, and now you've infiltrated your country because your country is your youth.
Look
It's
at
getting
London.
washed down. Yeah, it just. But I think in the end, it's all God's plan because everyone's gonna wash. Like, if we advance 500 more years, you're gonna be mixed with so much shit and less of what country it's gonna be. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
So I think in the end, it sounds like right now it looks like a bad spot, but I think over time it's gonna.
But if the IMF, if the World International Monetary Fund is telling everybody that hey, Europe is fucked, I think Europe is fucked, right? Like if they made a full blown report and said, hey, this whole region of the world is kind of fucked, we should kind of let them go. Lie down.
And I went I went 22 years ago to London, man, and there was a lot of like Indians then, and my grandma would complain. I'm like, you tripping, grandma? Like,
but now it's over. That's right. Now you have culture wars on culture wars on a different land. So now you have a Khalistan and Hindu battle, and then you have a Khalistan and Islamic people battle, and then you have an Islamic and Hindu battle, and they have all these motherfuckers that are supposed to live in harmony that hate each other. Two people believe in the same thing. One person believes that both of these motherfuckers should die, and this other motherfucker, they're just mad about territory and land. But it's like you have other region problems coming into the western part when all these problems could be settled there, not here. Right? Is that normal to say? So if that's the case, that's the same thing with immigration. Is like you have a massive amount of people that's coming from their problem with their mindset, with that whole shabacle, coming to other places and then expressing their passion to that event and then mixing it with these events and trying to say that they're all one thing. That's fucked. That's a whole bunch of fuckery. There's a whole bunch of manipulation. That's not going to end well.
We have the right to protect our country.
Senor.
I think that's the only thing that's preventing us from becoming an Australia or Canada at this point.
It's the illusion of freedom. It's the American illusion, the idea of freedom. It's in our bones. It's real because we were psyoped into believing we were free, and because of that, it's just as good as real. So even though it's a fucking psyop and we're not actually free, we get taxed to death. We still believe in the Constitution. Is because we believe. That's what makes us. It'll be an all out. They'll have to kill all of us in order to stop that.
No, they're gonna control us through money, bro. That's the only way.
Right. They'd have to pacify the masses through.
They're gonna go back. They're gonna go back to the old monarch ways of caste systems. Watch.
That's fine.
You'll say the bugs taste good just for $20 XRP.
You got some fire ass. You got some fire ass comments. LEET don't work. You won't pay taxes. Bradley B. I have a right to believe.
Get outside the box right
there. Cheers! Shout out to the chat. We love you. That's beautiful. What's up? We got Dark Space on deck. We got LET, Queen Steph, Dalian, Big Papa, fucking Nerdy Buster. We got fucking Zebec and Savage and Lizard King. Let's run it. Full deck tonight. Bears are not real. Fuck you, Apex, motherfucker. Come join the fucking show. Bears are real as fuck, and you know that.
Bears are hella real.
Bears are about to show up, dude. Watch. I bet you bears will show up before the aliens do.
Fucking bears.
I can prove it.
Look at it. That bears are real.
Here, click the link. I'll kick someone off.
Look at Papa.
Shoals fool. I'm busy. That's an excuse. Fuck you, Apex.
That's a big ass bear.
Show them the bear.
Bears are real.
Bears are real.
That's a real bear skin.
Bears are real.
Real bear skin.
Bear that, Apex.
Hell yeah.
Apex, I double dog dare you to come on here. Bears are real.
He's busy. He had just enough time to come in and stir the fucking pot. Yeah. He hit the fucking hornet's nest with a bat.
My favorite expression from Vegas is bears are real, Sigma and Ooga Booga forever.
Ooh-wee.
Sigma.
Ooh-wee.
Love my
Love it.
Sigma fam. What
I
a
can't
great
join the
time.
show until I get ready. Until I get ZRK riled up.
You gotta fucking hit the hornet's nest and run away. It's like doorbell ditch. You gonna light a lunch bag full of poop at my doorstep and ditch.
Yeah, you're gonna step on it.
You ever done that? Doorbell ditch with a bag of shit on fire? As we did back in the 80s and 90s.
I was gonna say, I grew up in the 80s, and that's exactly what we did.
Fucking TP. TP ain't got nothing on the bag of shit.
We got nothing on a bag of shit.
Roll a bowling ball.
Ooh, Lizard King's got them bears right there, bro.
Bears are real.
Fuck. You guys remember when gas was 74 cents? I do.
Bro.
Remember
Bro.
64 cents? I do. I remember that shit. I remember that clearly. I remember that shit clear as day. I am mad. I'm mad.
I remember when gas was about 5 to 7 cents.
I'm pissed off that it's 5.
They had
Fuck
gas
you.
wars.
Fuck you, Newsom, you piece of shit. Fuck Newsom.
But like, dude, but at the end of the day, like Trump's like drill, baby, drill, and he's been president for fucking days now. Motherfucker immediately changed gas prices. Immediately, motherfucker. Like, it's crazy.
But why is Texas 214 and California 514? Where's this $3? Who's getting this $3? Why is this $3? Why is it there?
Yep.
Who is it? Yeah, answer that. Find out whose it is. You want to know.
But like, it's one of those things. This
Hello?
is a pansy.
Yeah,
Is it-
it's me. I'm in the back of the short bus. Yeah, that's me.
Bro, it's one of those things where like, motherfucker, just like in prison, if you got the whole if you got the Pelosi, you got all the dirt on the Pelosi, the Browns, the Newsoms, the fucking Gettys. You got all the dirt on all them. Just put them in fucking jail. Like what the fuck are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you, man.
Hey, I was listening to a prophet this morning, and she was talking about the mask coming off all the politicians.
Yeah, but that's been talked about for years now, Papa. Granted,
But not by
amen. Let's
prophets.
go.
Not by prophets, though.
No, there's been a lot of prophecies by YouTube prophets. A lot of them. The reason why I know is because my mom is all over that shit. We had Black Queen. We got fucking, what's her face? Skinny blonde girl. What's her name? Forgot her name. There's all kinds of dudes that are prophets.
Oh, you're talking about that girl? That's what the stars. That's what
Julie Green. So Julie Green, they all do it. And my mom's all over that shit. So I get updates regularly. And a lot of them have prophesied a lot of shit happening, like going down now.
Yeah.
And you got Bull
Paula
Polony. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Paula White. You talking about Paula White?
Paula White, Julie Green. There's a bunch of them, dude. But that's the thing. Who knows who's who? How do you fucking decipher? Because they believe that they're prophets. I don't think they're not prophets. Yeah, it's the discernment.
There are false prophets.
Right. And then our original one, the fucking posthumously is homeboy. What's
Kim Clement.
Kim Clement. Yeah, he did a lot of prophecies too. And it's like one of it's one of the cell phone boys. It's Zebec or Dark Space. It's just the feedback from the phone.
No, they're muted.
But no, like, granted, Papa, I'm not trying to burst your bubble, but it's just one of those things where like, let's fucking go. You know, they're stopping it or slowing it down for some reason. I'm not arguing whether or not it's going to go down. I'm arguing whether or not like when the fuck it's going to happen. That's
what's going on this weekend. We got planned protests all over the United States coming in on the 14th. What do we got going on in DC? We got a parade. You got a parade. Have you seen the list they got for the parade? 45 Abram tanks. 45.
Oh, the military parade. Yeah.
But a parade with that many, 90 tanks.
Yeah.
45 personnel carriers, and God knows what else. That don't sound like a parade. That sounds like an insurrection.
That sounds like a constitutional parade.
Bro, Chenzo just said that Whitney Webb wants that once they turn off the lights, they're going to require digital ID. just like a driver's license. They want to eliminate online anonymity.
Well,
Right now, online anonymity doesn't exist unless you're a fucking hacker, and even that they could track your ass.
You don't need Whitney Webb to tell you that. I've been telling you that shit myself.
But yeah, it's real deal Holyfield. But it's like, dude, stop the poverty. Let's fucking go. You know what I mean? Like shit. If I'm gonna be in a dystopian fucking like world, like I'd at least like to fucking afford things. You know?
They
Jeez.
don't even have to be nice things, just things.
Just things. Just like that way, nothing. Like I don't want everything breaking on me, and I don't want to have to worry about how I'm gonna, pay bills and things like fuck all that. I want that on autopilot.
So to Zerker's point about what's the holdup, I think money. They've got money, and they're spending money to be able to keep all this under wraps. And when the money runs out, they flip the switch, and everything's exposed.
Mm-hmm. Great, but hurry the fuck up.
This weekend's good for me.
Yeah, let's. Because it's obviously this is a scripted thing. This whole riot shit came out of nowhere. Where the fuck was everybody the last 2 years? What the fuck?
Isn't it keep going?
Why did they riot around Trump being president? No, they were too busy fucking having Jew dances at the inauguration ball, and you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Answer all that shit.
Going off though. He was going off with those dances,
bro. That shit was what?
He was
like JD Vance. Like, well, how in the fuck? Where did he come from? You know what I mean?
The memes on JD is fucking hilarious. I love it. It's absolutely
ridiculous.
Hilarious. They're so funny. But someone said
run it.
What I was gonna say.
Run that shit.
Nothing happens till September. Just like everything else in the past. Something has to happen in September, and then whenever that event happens, someone's gonna come out with the suit and the pen. The matter of no security, I hereby enact executive order, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, there you go, everything's over.
So the FOMC has 10 days from before they have an announcement. That announcement is coming June 17th. 10 days before that was June the 8th or whatever it was. So 7th and 8th, 10 days, they go black. And they don't let anything out about what's going to be said at the meeting or at the announcement. And that's when they're going to lower the rates around Jerome Powell. So those 10 days of darkness are started already right now. And that's the FOMC not saying anything publicly about what's going to happen.
And
you can look it up. Somebody pull it up and look it up. The FOMC 10 days of 10 days of silence or darkness or something like that from the FOMC, and it'll tell you what it says.
And what else happens on the 17th?
A lot of shit's happening right then.
Japan does the carry trade reverse on the 17th. They start reversing the carry trade big time on the 17th, supposedly. That's going to unwind everything.
Let's fucking go, dude. Let's just go already. Like,
amen, brother. Amen.
Man, shit's just dumb as fuck. It's just dumb.
You're sounding like my wife.
That's the key.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Tired of
and it's
this
not
shit.
that I need fucking Porsches and shit right now. I just want to fucking start breathing. I want to start I want to change my mindset over to let's go look for land. Let's go look for land.
I want land.
Yeah.
I want to be
let's go land shopping for like 6 months. I'll just randomly travel and just go look for land. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
you know,
land and travel for sure.
I want to shift my shit from like worrying about things to let's go on a permanent vacation for the rest of our lives.
Feel like,
go ahead,
does it feel like with all the news that's going on, there seems to be a lull? It seems to be like there's a lull at the moment. Like there's all this shit news and stuff, but it's like it's not like real news. You know what I mean? Even though there's a heap of good stuff with XRP and everything that's happening with Ripple, but I just feel like there's this full calm lull, and I feel like like all that shit that's happening everywhere else literally does feel like a distraction. Like it feels like there's no value in it whatsoever, but something's building. Something's really building. Something fucking big is coming real soon. Like it's too quiet. It literally feels. Does anybody else feel that?
Yeah, it has been. but I think it's starting to cut loose now. We're getting riots all over the world too.
Well, it's like the next wave of waking up people. Like, to me, it doesn't affect me. So maybe that's what it is, Dalian, where like the news now, it's just the clown world. And we're like, what is this? This is stupid. We all knew and expected, like I was bullish as fuck a month and a half ago, all about this bill coming up and all this shit coming up. And then it just kind of fizzled. And it's like, okay. And then all this dumb side shit, rioting shit, it's almost like it's not real.
Yeah.
It's like, why the fucking theater? Just flip the switch. The fucking sheep are already hell of asleep anyways.
Yeah.
But like, it's to distract the sheep. Like, for what reason?
It's true, man. It's true.
Who gives a fuck? Like, because the sheep, once they flip switch, it just doesn't make sense. It's almost like the elites, the powers that be, have to run this like script of like theater and drama where nobody fucking cares because they've already dug us to the ground so bad with the debt slave matrix that nobody fucking cares about any of this shit. Nobody cares.
It's time
I
to
don't
shear the sheep.
Yeah. So granted, wake up, but like, it's already too late. ZRPs are fucking 230 right now. It prices everybody out.
Never too late.
So we talked about making arrests and how that would pull back people's attention. Now they got riots to pull back people's attention. So all these distractions is to get people back away from truth and to distract them away from what they're supposed to be looking at, which is inward.
See, you guys want to see
that was it? We're just gonna look inward, like the fuck?
Well, no, it's about working on yourself and being ready for this transition.
Look.
Yeah, but dude, people are already distracted by the automated script program that is work. Starbucks, pick up the kids, drop them off, nannies, daycare, fucking, or Section 8, watching TV all day, smoking fucking whatever you could put in your fucking pipe hole, anything. It's like people are already fucked up.
But how many people?
They're already fucked up. And it's on autopilot.
But wait, how many people
that
have
look inward? You don't have to create riots to look
this
inward.
is what I'm saying.
People are not looking inward, period. Sorry, go ahead.
How many people that have sworn off TV started watching TV again because of the riots?
Okay.
I'm trying to give you guys the answer to you guys' question.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Motherfucker.
Listen.
You're gonna make me put on another pair of sunglasses, mother.
Here's the answer to you guys'
Damn it.
This is the catalyst.
Nerdy needs a vacation, damn it.
Yeah, damn it. Look at it. This is your catalyst right here. Al Qaeda leader. I don't know how to pronounce his name. That guy. What he said has just now called for American Muslims to wage jihad on U.S. soil and to assassinate Trump, Vance, and Musk and others.
What an original thought.
What an original thought! Oh my god!
Bro, okay, so let's go from the MAGA side. Unless you want to play that.
No, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna put this out.
Okay, so let's go for the MAGA side. Let's say it's all real, and then it's all. But they're like you. Okay, let's say they're exhausting all their propaganda tools, which is the Al Qaeda psyop, and the fucking Black Lives Matter, and they're doing the Mexican shit now because of the deportation. Like, it's only like Mexicans that are going to be deported. No, there's a ton more from all over the world that are illegal immigrants that paid to get fucking like trafficked into here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's so many motherfuckers that need to be deported. And it's one of those things where how in the fuck? Like, so from a MAGA standpoint, yeah, shit's starting to become asininely fucking stupid because they're exhausting all their resources. It's like their last go. They put Maxine Sebulba Waters out there to champion for riots one more time. And like Dalian, it's like, it's like a lull. It's because it doesn't matter anymore. We're already numb to it. It's stupid. It's not real. It's like...
But what's the end goal of the whole immigration stuff? The end goal of all the immigration stuff is digital ID, is a digital passport and a digital border, which is developed through Andro and Palantir. So,
right. I'm not saying that digital ID won't be implemented. I think we're already too far gone to undo that. Otherwise, everybody would have woke up from 2020 at least.
That's why Apple displayed it during their WW 25.
I saw that too.
Just the other day, the digital ID.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump out. Love hanging out with you.
Fuck yeah, Steph.
Oh my God.
Ellie's got a lot of shit to say. He's like, he's talking to a motherfucker right now.
He's Raymond somebody.
Look at that shit. Damn, he's on some shit.
No, this is fun.
Now listen. Listen, motherfucker. Listen.
No, he's saying it's the short
told you,
bus. It's the
dumbass,
short
it's gonna
bus.
happen on a Friday.
Happened on a Friday.
Oh, that's some funny shit.
You
there.
bloody cunt. You bloody boy. Love it.
Oi!
Oi,
oi.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like at the end of the day, like what the fuck? So it must be, to me, it's like, okay, we're gonna get digital ID. Yeah, yada yada. I already broke, my heart's broken already. There's no hope for major like non-Palantir future. There totally is a Palantir future with all this fucking all the robots and AI taking over. Totally. It's gone.
Too.
We're done. So why the theater? Why the rioting? Who gives a fuck? They're gonna wake up after the fact anyways, once they can fucking read your heartbeat through your walls with your Wi-Fi router, and AI digests the information and spits it out to the supercomputer at fucking Google headquarters. And dude, it's already doing all that. We got smartphones.
They have to make it look helpless for self-deportations.
What do you mean?
Hey.
Well, like if they show the riots on TV and they have all these riots and everybody's getting deported, it's going to scare the shit out of people who are here illegally, and they're going to self-deport back to Mexico or back to wherever they came from because they didn't want to be on the end of that stick, right?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Well,
because
they had
then
that chance, though.
they'll go, okay, we're not going to rely on self-deportation. We're going to do digital ID. That way, nobody is illegal. Period.
Well, if they get 20%, that's 20% they don't got to fuck with.
Yeah.
No, they can do the opposite, Zerk. They can say that we're implementing digital ID to find the illegals.
Find the rest of them. Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna find you.
Yep. But it's whatever. So at this point, I've already as long as I can fucking. It's almost like the Duel effect. Shout out Duel. Where the fuck is Duel at? That motherfucker hasn't been on in a minute. Shout out. But Duel says I'm gonna go live in the woods. We're gonna move away to the woods. And it's everybody's got their own woods. It could be, dude, I'm going to be 5-10 miles outside of the city. As long as my fucking house is private, get the fuck away from me. My lawn is 50 acres. Like, it's going to be like Exile. You're going to put someone in a prison, in a no security prison out in the middle of the desert. And if you break out of prison, the desert will kill you.
But
like, that's how my life is. That's how it's going to be. That's my woods.
But
you're going to have no flyover yards.
You're not going to be pumping water at a well, motherfucker. You're not going to be...
Hell yeah, I am. Wells are the shit, bro. You get a motherfucking well, that's better than any tap water ever. Dude, if you go RO's got no fucking minerals in it. You got to re-electrolyte RO water or distilled water. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
You got to add the shit back in. You get a well, that shit's off the chain, bro. It's already got all the earth in it. It's beautiful.
Nothing better than spring water.
Spring water's good, but you got to live on a mountain for that bitch. If you live out in a flat nowhere, you got to do well. Sorry.
If we got to come find you, it's going to be much worse.
Are you threatening me? Was that a threat? No, dude, you won't have a problem finding me. I just want to be able to get out. I'm going to go out in my front yard naked with an open bathrobe and a shotgun. Every day is like 4th of July. Not in a bad way, but in a fun way. Just
you're going to look like a sausage. You're going to look like a sausage holding
snap off a couple of motherfucking rounds. Bah, and get it out of my system in the morning. Get my coffee. I want to sun my butthole. I want to sun my butthole in my front yard.
Wow.
I'm going to sun my butthole. Write that down.
Are you sure you're not a Texan?
That's how you make
No, you don't understand, bro. Californians are Texans. Real Californians are Texans. We don't fuck around.
Butthole.
All right, am I writing that down? Derek said he wants to hand his booty hole.
I'm sunning my butthole. I'm sunning my nutsack. I'm sunning my nutsack. I'm sunning my butthole in my front yard.
Brazilian.
You talking about this?
Yeah.
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 That shit's fire,
Anywhere I
bro.
want.
That's what
See,
I'm
I'm
talking
trying to
about.
live like
Papa.
Papa.
Papa's got
Papa,
the
what's
freedom,
up,
bro.
Papa?
That's America right there.
See,
That's
Papa's
fucking
game.
America.
I told you I'm trying to
Was
live
that
like
a-
Papa.
Is that a 1911? What is that? What do you got
That's
there?
a 40 cal.
That's a 40 or 45?
That's a Smith & Wesson MP40.
Smith and Wesson 40.
Ooh wee. Ooh fucking
Yeah,
wee.
see, we should all live like Papa.
But that's America right there, and that's how it always should
This
be.
is America.
America.
Exactly. But you have to
But that's
buy
what I'm saying. I'm sunning my butthole. I'm fucking sunning my nutsack. I'm going to Kroger looking like Big Lebowski. I don't give a fuck, dude. And that's what I want the rest of my life to be. But my heart is there. I'm not crazy Looney Tune, but my heart's there. Then we help people. Then we help them incognito. We fucking do secret squirrel shit. And like, yeah, the AI did fucking digital ID. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about it. They're already zapping our shit and Z-rays and X-rays and shit anyways. Fuck them. But I don't want to get poisoned by tap water and fucking BlackRock's fucking spaghetti sauce for the rest of my life. I'd rather make my own fucking spaghetti sauce. I'd rather buy beef off of Buster from his fucking prize ranch that fucking, you know what I mean? I want to buy some fucking bacon from fucking Papa's ranch. I'm going to buy, you know what I mean? I'm going to grow my own shit on my own land. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I just sell lizard
That's
meat.
my woods.
I
I could be 5 miles away from the city. I'm 5-10 miles away from the city. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
This stream's getting lit. Can't lie.
It is.
Bro. Papa, I love you, bro.
Papa
That was
set it
beautiful.
up.
Thank you. Yeah.
Got this shit turned up. It's turned up in here.
Turned it. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That kind of fucking freedom, that shit, the worry of the debt slave system has to fucking stop. Hurry the fuck up. And that's what I mean by hurry the fuck up. It's not that I want to go buy Porsches and Lambos. No, I want to do what I was meant to fucking do.
Like
which
live
is
like
nothing and everything.
Mozerts. Papa's busting the cap.
Ooh-wee, motherfucker. Ooh-wee. Hey, you know, it's crazy. Here's the thing. The tiny home shit. Shout out to Prime. We love you, Prime. But like tiny home shit, that's a fucking psyop, bro. There's too much land in this country. We have so much fucking land. Dude,
Yeah, we also
even
got
in
to
California,
land.
we have so much fucking land in California. There's like hundreds of miles of nothingness. You could fucking buy 100 of those acres and live like a king.
Does
You know
no
what I mean?
one fly over the United States in an airplane? There is
They don't look
land
down.
everywhere.
It's everywhere. So much. We're like giant, and nobody lives out in the middle of nowhere. But if you can afford proper solar, proper fucking well, you're good, dude. You're fucking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a Smith and Wesson.
Bro, that's what? That 40 cal? That's the Western 40 cal? What is that, like, what, $1,000?
I
1,500?
don't remember.
You know what, Papa? I've
You know
always
what?
wanted.
I got it cheap. I bought it off it was a place down in Kentucky that's a big time player, and they buy surplus. That gun right there is a Detroit police special. They
Nice.
sold when they went under.
Nice.
Almost brand new.
I always wanted to get a lever action. I think a lever action Smithing would be pretty cool.
Lower level, tiny house, huge shop. Just go barn dominium and make half your house a fucking shop. And don't
Now
go
we're
pussy.
talking.
Don't go pussy barn dominium. Go like 60 by 60. Do like 80 by 80. Just giant as fuck. And half of it's fucking framed off as your home. The other half is a big ass shop with a fucking couch and a TV and a fucking everything. You got a barber shop in there. You got fucking lift. You got racks, lifts. You fucking do anything you want. Change your own oil in your own little pit. Do anything you want.
Next week, Nerdy, I'll pull out the lever action 356 and fire it off.
Nice.
Let's go, bro. How
The
many
big
hectares? If you guys don't know what hectares are, that's fucking acres in
Oh, the
South
100.
America. South America. Let's go.
Oh, a hectare?
A hectare. Yeah.
Hectare?
It's bigger than an acre, I think. But we're about to get all the hectares, Baggy. All the hectares.
You
Let's
have
go.
an acre, then you have a hectare.
Hector. I got
Hectare's a
3
little bigger, though. It's a little bit, I think it's a little different unit. But that's what you get when you go to South America and shit. You buy the hectares.
4 acres to the hectare.
Yeah. I like to build, can't no more in California. Motherfucker,
A 2.5.
you do whatever you
I
want
think a
with
hectare's
money,
10,000
MRNK. You do whatever you want with money, bro.
Yeah, I want to do barn dominiums, man. That'd be dope.
Fuck codes, because you're not reselling shit. Fuck crypto. Yeah. No, fuck building codes in Cali, dude. You just never resell the shit. You just own it forever. You just do whatever the fuck you want.
There's no
Build a
Crypto.
That's the thing. People got that small mind where they're like, "Oh, I got to do it to code. Oh, I can't build because I need a permit." Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. What you do is you buy the land, and then if you are gonna do, buy by the law, pay the property taxes. You just don't tell them you're building on that land. You just fucking buy the land, and your property taxes are just to that land. Because if you don't plan on fucking reselling shit to anybody ever, do 100 fucking year trust, so that way your kids can't fuck it up, and you build whatever the fuck you want on that land, you're good, dude. Forever.
You can still sell it though.
You can still sell it, but it won't be with the improvements. It won't be with the land.
No, it just won't be a motherfucker that needs a loan, right? Because if I buy 1,000 square foot house and I make this bitch 10,000, yeah, a motherfucker that needs a loan ain't gonna qualify. But if your house is dope, someone's gonna come in with cash and buy that shit.
Amen.
You know all you need though? All you need is 1 hectare.
1 hectare, please. 1 hectare is 2.5 acres.
Motherfuckers, man.
All the hectares.
1 hectare equals 2.
You mean Hector Morales?
Yeah, just
Bro,
one. Just
2.5 acres. Johnny Cool, 2.5 acres. So Baggy will swoop up. He gets 100 acres. That's actually what, 350 or 250? That's 250 acres. Is 100 hectares. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Whichever.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's very nice.
That is a butt fuck of land too, like a metric butt load of fucking land. I want to be able to look at the freeway if I can see it from my land, and it's like ants.
No,
you can shoot a gun and it won't even hit the fucking freeway. It'll just go
or a booty load?
into the ground.
Is
What
it
is
a
it?
butt
What?
load or a butt load or booty load?
Oh, booty load. So, but
Damn,
what is it, like a 22 long rifle? That's like what the range on that is. What, a couple miles if you're lucky?
No.
Yeah.
maybe a
Yeah,
mile.
motherfucker. Long rifle. Not supersonic, not the pussy shit. The bigger 22. Just a 22. So you can plink towards traffic and it won't even reach it. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Well, what I'm saying is I'm not going to do that. But what I'm saying is I want that kind of freedom. I want to sun my butthole and the ants can't see my butthole. I look like an ant to them. Bro. Yep. I want a back entrance to my shit like the back cave.
Bro, you're gonna get some red ants in that bitch. It's all bad.
Bro, sun your butt. Sun your butt.
Hey, red ants will have you red ants will have you digging all up in your booty hole.
I swear to God, it's ant bites.
You all up in that shit.
I swear to God, it's ant bites.
Turple. Go back to Turple, bro. What was that shit? He said if you bury a fucking family member on your land, you can register it as a cemetery and never pay taxes. Ooh.
Yeah, straight up.
Boo fucking
yeah. Yeah, they can't ever take your shit either.
In Eastern Kentucky, where they have the coal mines up there, they buy property and build houses. And when the tax assessor comes out there to assess their property, he never shows back up. They never come back.
All right, Papa. Sorry to say, but I'm gonna need you to come in my backyard. I'm gonna need to save my taxes.
Bro, are you gonna? So you're gonna like kill your spouse, bury your spouse, sun your butthole, and then fire off a couple of 40 rounds? What are you doing here, bro?
No, I'm keeping her around.
Get a kick in the balls, and you'll have 2 acres. Fly ass kiwi. Just like to want to be able to scan the irises in the eye. It sounds like more like trying to read your soul. Yeah, bro, they're fucking your shit up already. Shit, they got 4K fucking cameras, fucking scanning your shit. They got fingerprints. Like you don't remember? Oh, I don't do fingerprints. You don't remember when you first got a smartphone? It just came out with a fucking thumbprint. They fucking registered that in the fucking Google archives 20 fucking years ago, you dipshit.
Bro, they
Berserker, you need a
satellites-
car for each
they got
boardroom.
satellites that can zoom
Those
into
fire
a leaf. You ever seen that
Fuck
shit?
yeah, Bradley B.
You ever
Sorry,
seen
go
that
ahead.
shit? The Google satellite that can zoom into a leaf and can actually like go into like nano eyes, bro. That's the shit that like people don't really understand. America's a powerful ass motherfucking country. Like people underestimate our man.
It's the fucking illusion. We think we're free. Because of that, it's real. And we will fucking do anything it takes to protect.
We have a lot of fucking power. Like if you think for a second that they can't see, you're retarded. Like they can fucking see you. They see you.
They can see your ass already.
They can see your ass. They're
Bro,
following
stop
your ass.
chemtrails. Why the
Yeah.
fuck are they chemtrailing us still?
They don't need a camera. Like people say, oh, but UK has a camera street by street. They don't need that shit. We don't need that shit. They have a fucking satellite. We have
They're zooming in,
we
bro.
got Space
Yeah.
Force.
Yep.
Literally everyone is
Motherfucker.
watching everything.
They're like
Maybe put on
fucking-
more fucking sunglasses. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Zerk sunbathing his asshole again.
There you go.
Outer space and shit.
Let's go, dude.
Imagine that. Imagine that
jeez.
picture. You're in the NSA office, and all of a sudden they have it on a big ass screen of fucking Zerk's asshole being tan.
That's my goal. I want to help people, and I want my butthole to be on Google Earth.
And Lindsey Graham beating off.
We'll call it the big round brown.
Bro, I just want to fucking get into my own shit
Instead
and
of
have hella
Mel's
fun.
hole, it'd be Berserker's hole.
I want to have hella fun just building shit, doing crazy dumb shit, and fucking, you know what I mean? That's gonna be so fun.
Lindsey Graham's about to sell a lot of drones.
Yep.
Ooh-wee.
No one said that's no moons, but it's Berserker.
Bro.
That's hilarious.
Bro.
We're gonna have a 5-minute recess.
Coming up. What is it? A pink or orange moon? Which one?
Brown moon.
That's the Bulba statue. Bro, we're about to fucking run it, dude. This shit's about to
Run
go
it.
down, boys. It's about to go. It is. We got fucking all kinds of shit going down. I think Papa's got something. Whether or not we get full justice, I don't know. I hope the prophecies are right. Amen. But at the end of the day, even if it's just theater, they're about to flip switch because it is a distraction about something. Something's about to go down. Why?
We're here.
We're numb to this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yep.
Yeah. Too many people are awake. They can't walk down the street.
Bro, I can't wait till everybody gets fucking full on justice. I don't want to watch the hangings and shit. Like maybe I'll watch a few of them. But what I'm saying is that every motherfucker that's in Congress is guilty of treason, which is death penalty.
Yep.
And I'm not being facetious. That's real.
That's
every
real.
motherfucker.
Agreed.
Yeah. That means at least 500 motherfuckers need to hang for treason. Period. Somewhere along their tenure, they got spoiled through lobbyists or tiny hats or whatever, and they got fucking blackmailed, and they've done their bidding ever since. And they've been fucking insider trading as their payment ever since. They need to get hung for treason. Period.
Don't care anything about watching it, but as long as they're going off the screen and
Yeah.
never come back, that's good enough.
Oh no,
Amen.
Dana White's gonna stream that.
UFC 1 million.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah. That'll be the fucking
Pay-per-view.
champion of the fucking the fucking fight of the century. Yeah, let's go. That's beautiful. Make them all fight it out to the death in the fucking octagon. That'd be fun. That'd be crazy.
There ain't no
Yeah.
limitations.
You don't leave the octagon. You're both gonna be dead by then.
There ain't no limitations on treason, so they'll be getting a lot more that's already gone out of there.
Yeah. And the reward, the purse, is they kill themselves after they kill the other guy. That would be nuts. Then we'd be like, we'd be fucking pure chaos, though. That's so fucking evil. Like, I don't even want to see that shit.
Two go in, one come out.
But the public has to know. It's already out. A lot of people are awake. Public already knows it's 1 + 1 = 2. It's all treason. They're guilty of treason. Treason, even though it may be a fucking farce, it may be bullshit, like the whole illusion of freedom, like inconstitutional, you're treasonous and all that. It doesn't matter. The American public needs to see it because we believe the story tale, the fairy tale, the kids' children book of how free America is, for the people, by the people, constitutional. Everybody's guilty of treason. That's death penalty, period. So until we see that and the proof of that, it'll never alleviate. It'll always be a whatever happened to this, whatever happened to that. And the TV shit can go on but people are going to stop believing it. Just like me and Daly and we're numb to it. You guys are numb to it. We're sitting there laughing about riots.
Watch it.
What's that?
I don't even watch any of that shit anymore.
Bro, it's dumb as fuck. I started seeing some riot shit in LA. I don't give a fuck anymore at all. I'm like, okay.
I don't have a TV.
Even better.
You got a fucking Smith & Wesson. That's what you got.
That's all beautiful. You need.
I entertain myself.
That's beautiful.
That is. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. You guys have a great show.
All right.
Zebec and Savage, thanks for coming on. It's an honor, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, no. At the end of the day, bro, you just got to wait. Sorry.
When I grow up, I'm going to be like Papa and always keep one in the chamber.
Then you'll never grow up.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Could you imagine just chilling on your property and someone comes on your property and bam, trespassing the motherfucker? Did you not read the sign? Like, that's dope,
bro.
That's some shit I'm trying to be.
But yeah,
I don't
dude,
have much problem with that.
I'll
up
look at
here
the
for
mountain
some
over
reason.
We're going full blown Thunderdome with Maxine Waters doing the Tina Turner bit.
Ew, that's a scary thought.
Waters is a piece of shit.
it's a
She's a
fucking
horrible
clown, dude. It's a clown thing. Like, why is she even a politician? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these
How
people?
is she not
They're
in jail yet?
Bro, Newsom's like inciting, oh, nothing's wrong. No, dude. And it's like, okay, if they're on the same fucking side as Antifa, it's all the same shit. Why are they minimizing the riots when them and their side, let's say it's
She is a goblin.
good versus evil. If that side is on the side of the riots and Antifa and shit, it's like they're trying to separate it all, make it seem like it's different entities fighting against each other. It's not. It's all the same shit. Why are they doing this?
They're all globalists. They're all
the cure for liberalism is becoming a victim of liberalism.
Bro,
I don't think it's liberalism. I think it's communism.
Yep, liberalism is just the sweetened up honey pie version of communism. It was all communism from the gate. Socialism, same thing. It's all.
If they go over there and burn down Newsom's house, he'll feel differently about it.
Bro, just throw him in jail. If Trump's good, throw him in jail. What the fuck's the problem? Who gives a fuck about a few Marines? Just fucking push the fucking eject button and do it. The problem is he not doing it.
Honestly, I don't even care about none of that.
I saw an Apache flying around. That would take care of it.
Yeah. Oh, that would take care of it. But to be honest, I don't care about none of it. What I do care about is they restore liquidity back into the money, so my money can actually.
Right, which is back into the fucking sunning buttholes on our own property.
I care more about the money part than I do about any of that stuff because I'm not even focused on that. That's a whole bunch of energy harvesting. You worry about all that stuff, ain't nothing gonna happen. Let's be real.
It's just a waste of means. My means.
Bradley said Newscom needs to get that orange jumpsuit ready. No, that's never gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna run for president and probably gonna win.
Bro, we already we got enough votes at lickety fucking split to recall that motherfucker 2 years ago. Never happened. He cheated again. They cheated again. Everybody already knew he was a piece of shit then.
You know what I call? I think that if Trump doesn't figure something out and run for another term, which I think he probably will figure some shit out and run another term. If that doesn't go through, then I do think that Ivanka is probably going to be the first lady president and probably going to have JD as VP with her. And then I think after that, it'll be Barron. I think it'll be her twice and then Barron.
Yeah. If Trump don't get the job done, Zerky, I'm stepping in.
Right. It's getting to a point where none of that shit's even going to happen unless they do a catalyst that scares everybody beyond belief where we need control. It'd have to be a magnificent catalyst that scares everybody into continuing this charade. But I don't know, man. We're going to
like an A40 warthog cleaning the streets.
Right. No, but something
they're talking about it, Drew.
Turn the lights out type shit.
They talked about it. They mentioned it. Newsom's going to try to run for president. You know, like it's a thing.
Well, the mainstream media is still ran and controlled by those oligarchs.
If they push it hard enough, it becomes a thing.
Will he win? Probably not. But he'll try to run. That's for sure. But I think he's gonna run against either. If it's not gonna be Trump, he's probably gonna run against Ivanka or some shit like that.
There'll be 2 presidents in a row that got put in jail. I wonder if being like a part of being president is like a requirement. You have to go to jail for some shit first.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of dirt on him.
Yeah, they're really gonna.
It's like, why are we even talking about this shit? Just flip the switch already. Who gives a fuck?
No, but you know who Newsom is?
Read that one, Zerk.
I'll admit I had a wink over Ivanka.
Newsom is the puppet, the replacement puppet that for Biden. He's next up line because he's like the next generation of. He is the next generation of Pelosi's, right? Because Pelosi came in during the start of Senior, and she was introduced through Senior, and along with Hillary and Fauci, they were all introduced under Senior. And I think Newsom has been watching and been an apprentice of Pelosi stuff, and they're
related, aren't they?
Yeah, it's his nephew. That's her nephew. So if they keep it in the family and that stuff, then that the George Senior plan continues, but it'll continue through Newsom.
Bro, I disagree, bro. Too many people hate that motherfucker.
I agree, and I don't think he's gonna win, and that's why I think Ivanka's gonna win. For that reason,
Right, but for him, even like running for president, like that motherfucker belongs in jail. Like it's way
what if
more
he goes-
severe.
What if he goes to jail like they're talking about? Arrest me. They do arrest him. They throw him in jail. Well, what are they going to do when they get him in jail? What if they pull his mask off in jail?
Well, that's the thing. Like, what about Paradise? What about Malibu? What about all the shit that the LA fire? What about all that shit? What the fuck?
Well,
and the obvious corruption there with Karen Bass working hand in hand with Newsom to neglectfully turn off the water, and nothing's been fucking answered, dude.
Well, LA was
pissed off and rioted over that.
Yeah, LA was a land grab. All of LA was a land grab. Like that was 100% a land grab. And then if they do anything to do with jail and stuff, because we know that they do that with Epstein, if they'd say, "Oh, camera, yes, camera," then no camera, and then do some, "Oh, yes, suicide, no suicide" type stuff, and it doesn't matter what they do because the jail stuff is actually rigged as well. Everything is fucking rigged. It's not like they're going into a state prison; they're going into a private prison.
It's fucking bonkers, dude. Shit's not. There hasn't been any answers.
100% agree that they're all robots, but that's what they want. They want a good puppet. Like
what about Trump blasting that through social shit about Joe Biden being a fucking clone? Like, what the fuck ever happened to that? Then all of a sudden, riots come out of nowhere.
I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was saying that that's not Trump. They got like 3 or 4 different Trumps, but that's not Trump. And they can fake the presidency like that. And I said, well, you know what you can't fake? You can't fake Trump's golf swing. That golf swing is Trump. And you can't do that, right?
But did you hear?
Dick Gregory back in the day said there's 2 Trumps, which alluded to cloning.
Yeah. But
and we've seen lots of different types of clones of Trump.
Yeah.
That look different, but not as apparent as Joe Biden, though, obviously.
True.
But sorry, go ahead.
Lizard was talking about the fake ones. Did you hear about how Trump was talking about the auto pen and how auto pen was like the worst thing ever because basically you're forging signatures,
right?
So that could be a thing because even if you look at Trump's signature, his signature is different,
which invalidates everything, including appointments and judges and Supreme Court justices.
Yep.
All invalid.
Yep.
So
fraud vitiates everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we never got any fucking answers about fucking election fraud. Like that. What the
exactly
fuck?
With 2020? What happened with that?
What the
you know
fuck? What about all the decades before that?
Yeah. They say that it goes back a decade or so. That all the state elections, federal elections, they were all rigged.
Goes back to George Senior.
Yeah.
Way back.
I think all this started with Clinton, right? With Bill. It all started with him. Or before him. It started with Senior, to be honest. And ever since that. Go ahead.
On the boardroom, we believe in fair and free elections.
We do.
Just here, listening. YouTube.
The system is not fair and free at all. It's all rigged.
Bro, it's like there's been no answers about any of it. If one like valid, giant, fucking evidence-ridden truth comes out about cloning and they can clone humans, and there's proof that Joe Biden's cloned or whatever, if that came out, everybody would fucking lose their mind, or none of it would matter and it would never stick. Maybe that's why the news.
Here at the boardroom, we believe in Smith and Wesson.
There you go.
Bang bang, motherfucker! Bang bang.
Yep.
Poppy busting him out of his front door, LA style.
I might not see the cat. I might not see the cat for about 2 days though.
Trying to get sprayed out here.
Bro, but like, okay, so first thing happens is moon. Moon happens, we all shut the fuck up because they pacified us with money.
What is moon? Define moon.
Butthole sunning money. Butthole sunning money, never waking up, going to any appointment ever again.
$10,000.
Written down.
Expand on this. 100? No, fuck that. That's bullshit.
$10,000.
No,
Yeah,
10,000.
10,000 is I would say a couple thousand for the average XRP holder. Couple thousand, couple thousand. That's butthole sunning money for the rest of your life.
5,890.
There you go. Yeah. What was that? 5,400 CME group. Let's go, dude.
That'd be perfect.
Like that. Moon is more than 3 figures. That's fucking retarded. That's like hundreds of billions of dollars.
Like
all of the blue crew. That's like country owning money. Yeah.
I need my 30 mil. It's real. I believe in bears.
Amen, dude. I'm all about that. That's bullish. Hell yeah. Whether or not that happens in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 2030. So that puts us at 5 years. So boom.
2027, 2028, 2030.
But that big shit hasn't happened. That big thing hasn't happened yet. We're just holding our dicks, waiting.
If we get a half moon, that'll suffice us until the full moon.
A half, dude, honestly, the end result, massive maturity is in the, I would say, that's bullish nerdy, but like, I would say more like, 50,000 Bitcoin numbers, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. Yeah. That's ridiculous for most of us. That's ridiculous money forever. Yeah. So you go anything above that, 30 mil, 1 mil, 2 mil per coin. That's crazy.
Yeah. My conservative moon is $20.
Okay. My conservative moon is like 500, 1,000.
I say how.
What do you mean how?
I say ni hao.
Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma.
No, I say how though. I say 20. I say 13 to 20 it's feasible and possible.
So after adoption, 1 year later, 1 year after full on adoption,
5,000, 2 to 5,000, easy.
Yeah, at least. John,
2 to 5,000 1 year later.
1,100-1,200 bucks for 10% of Swift. They're already talking to Ripple. They're announcing that they're talking to Ripple. 50% is $5,000 then. 100% is 10 grand. That's
okay, here's the thing about Swift.
They keep fucking us around. Yeah, they're 13 to 20.
Here's the thing about Swift. Here's the thing about Swift and Ripple and all of this stuff. Swift is simply just a messaging system. It's not a settlement system. It's simply just messaging.
Yeah.
Ripple is settlement and messaging and liquidity and collateral all in one.
Yeah.
It is the pinnacle of banking infrastructure. Right? So when Stefan was having the talk and said all the money, I now see it and believe it, that it's all the money. Quant will do quant things. Quant will bridge everything, yes. But what Ripple is after, they're after all of it. And I mean derivatives, I mean they're already doing treasuries, they got the stable coin, all of it. All of it. They're doing tokenized gold with HSBC and all that stuff. They got the custody and all that. Yeah, I say all of it. I say 30 mil is real deal.
That's what I say. They got their foot in every door already. So when it flips, everything has already is set up. You don't have to go getting everything set up. It's sitting there waiting on
They
the
have
money.
all the licenses needed. All the licenses that's required is in the bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
I say they become a centralized clearinghouse for everything.
Hopefully.
Bro, thousands, single digit thousands is easy, bro. Easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, couple thousand, most of us are dumb, butthole sunning rich. You know what I mean?
How
Like
rich
dumb,
do you need
dumbass.
to be?
Yeah, like, well, that's what I'm saying. How many
That's
jet
what I
skis do
tell
you
my
need to
neighbor.
buy? Yeah.
I tell my neighbor, how rich do you need to be?
It'll like our riches will look different and we'll be able to help on different scales and different levels and shit.
Yeah.
But bro, it'll get to, I just want to get to a point where my shit's amortized for the rest of my life.
I
And
think
a good fuck you amortization for the rest of my life is like 10 grand a month for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
small potatoes, bro. When we're
Yep.
looking at thousands per XRP. It's crazy.
I want to go back to Marcus.
That's first 3 months.
Marcus. So what happens is that Ripple is not the IMF. That is not true at all. So the IMF is like basically like a like the charity. They help make sure everything's okay, and they're like the managers and micromanagers basically. Now what they do is the SDR stuff is that they do have a reevaluation of what's backing the SDR and stuff. And I believe because the United States has already set a crypto reserve, I believe the IMF will follow, and I believe that there will be a crypto reserve basket added to the SDR, which will most likely include XRP, most likely Quant or Hedera or stuff, things like that of those natures. And I think that's where shit gets real. I think that's when shit gets really, really real. And that doesn't happen until 2027. So, and then you back that with Basel and liquidity standards and what they mean by collateral and all that stuff. So I think this gets really fucking interesting around 27, 28, and people really don't realize how big of a deal this really is until they realize how big of a deal this really is. And then it's like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. And we're like, yeah, you should have watched the boardroom.
You get an ESDR. You get an ESDR.
Because that's what Bricks talks about. Drew. Bricks talks about how they're not replacing the dollar. They want to work with it, and their Bricks currency, the Bricks token, is classified as electronic SDR, and that's how it works. But it works as a medium. It's not a settlement token. It's a medium. So you can basically have, like, I don't know, if you have Quant and you're connecting networks and you have MCBDC, so you have an ESDR tied to an MCBDC, it's tied to a Quant, then tied to a Ripple or something like that. You can still have stable coins and exchange, so you can still have a multipolar world, but still have United States at the stable coin value, which is you have United States as a global power with stable coins because of treasuries and stuff like that. And at the same time, it doesn't really matter about the cash or anything like that. So basically, yeah.
I'm a big goat.
So basically, if China or Japan want to dump treasuries, Ripple just fucking buys it up and then redistributes it through.
What are they going to do about the dollar debt system? It's got to be paid back in dollars.
No,
That's
the debt has nothing to do with us.
Bye
That has
bye.
nothing to do with America. Don't worry about it. It'll keep growing. If they want to pay it off with a little crypto check, whatever
Whenever other countries buy bonds, that's buying our debt, and that debt,
yeah,
or make a loan to another country, that debt has to be paid back in dollars.
yeah, they have to pay back in dollars. We don't.
Right.
So, yeah. So that's if they want to try to dump, then they can dump, but then their currency falls, and I don't think they're going to do that. So they have no chance. They have no choice but to hold.
So if the United States doesn't have a central bank digital currency, they're going to have to pay it back on RLUSD?
No, that is the CBDC. The RLUSD
they'll pay it
is
back.
the CBDC.
Yeah, they pay it back. Everything that it is right now stays the way it is. None of that changes, right? The only thing that changes is that the dollar gets more utility and gets expanded to more places. That's all. So if someone wants to have a multilateral system, they can, but United States isn't affected. about any of that shit.
Confessions of an Economic Hitman.
Yeah, because if
in a digital world,
CME also tells everybody that the what matters of national security is our sovereign debt and how to protect it. So if we protect it, I mean, Judy's proposal is absolutely genius. And if we're able to inject liquidity through the treasury bills like that and be able to have convertibility, then you basically have a debt-based gold standard, and that people can convert treasury bills, which makes them attractive, which makes people want to hold them because they can convert it to gold.
Bro, this shit, like, shout out to this motherfucker, John Squire, from June 7th. So it was like 3 days ago. He goes, there were 100 billion XRP. Now only, give or take, 10 billion are truly available. The rest locked, gone, held. When real utility hits, the game ends. You're not early, you're almost late. That's real deal Holyfield shit. That's why I hate it. When
Yeah,
motherfuckers
exactly.
Say we're early. We're not fucking early. In
You're
the blink of an
almost
eye, you're gonna be late.
And that's 100% fact. When this shit takes off, it takes off, and people are like, "Oh fuck,
it's over."
That's the conversation I was having with that guy over there. He was 25-year experience in global remittance. That was his career, and he was saying how people don't really understand how powerful what Ripple is doing and what they've created, and how valuable this really is. So
Be about to.
Yeah,
they are.
Motherfucking Chevy, what's up, motherfuckers? I think it's fuck around and find out time, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's run it, Chevy. Let's fucking run it.
Yeah. A lot of people are gonna sell at, you know, $20, $30, $300, $1,000. But I believe that we're gonna float at 1,000. When we reach that 1,000, we're gonna float there for a minute. And I think that's after 27 when all the other stuff happens. It's boom to straight 1,000 to 30 mil or some shit. It's gonna be crazy,
bro.
I'm gonna be laughing when that happens. I'm gonna be like, ha, 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 ha. I told you. Like a mad scientist, exactly like that. Like this.
Man.
I got it. I got him.
For shit show.
Who's gonna hold for that long? You gonna sell at 1,000? You gonna let it all go and then watch it pump? And
I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live, and it's
Zebec will be like $20.
Bro,
I ain't fucking touching an XRP, bro.
Is the entry? The entry gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it becomes the same thing happened with Bitcoin, right? The entry of Bitcoin started at $13, then $300, and $5, then $1,000, then $5,000, then $10,000, $13,000, $18,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Now it's chilling at $111,000. The barrier to entry to Bitcoin got so small, so quick.
This goes out to Chevy.
Crazy.
You know, I like having a beer on a Sunday, especially when it's raining. But one thing I like more is a goddamn small block chibby.
Small block chibby.
Small block chib. It's a goddamn small block chibby.
It's small block Chevy. It's a goddamn small block Chevy. I want to wrench on my fucking small block Chevy, dude, after sunning my butthole all day. That's what I want.
Sounds like a greasy mess.
Yeah.
That's my greasy mess. And fuck you.
When they gain some baby oil.
Yeah, when they pass these bills, when they pass this beautiful bill and they release the AI agents on everybody, and then the AI agents start using the stable coins to transact autonomously, it's gonna be crazy money. It's gonna go up and never gonna stop.
Machines paying machines.
It's gonna be nuts. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. None of this depends on humans. All of this depends on robots.
You just grabbed the stock market already, run by machines already.
I'm rocking that fucking TBI 5.7 350. What you know about that, Chevy? Let's go. Run it.
I think you lost a half-inch socket.
I think
you're sunning your balls.
You're 9 millimeters away from a lost 10 millimeter, motherfucker. Yeah. You're going to help me with my greasy mess, bitch.
You got a half-inch socket with a feather on it.
Bro, I remember he used to smoke Bammer weed out of fucking socket wrenches and shit.
Yep.
Goddamn, smell back, Chevy. Let's go. But yeah, we gotta get the boys from Oz. Get the boys from Oz. Get them over here. Shoot some guns. Have some barbecue. Let's fuck around. Let's go. No, fuck you. Fuck you, Ellie.
Fuck you, guy.
Yep.
We'll just rope some kangaroos, man. We'll go
I'm
chasing
down.
some kangaroos.
I will drive to you. I will not drive. I'll fly to you first, and I'll box the
I'll go
kangaroo to
find
prove that you need to come over here.
How exactly do you get the kangaroos if you can't shoot them? Do you trap the kangaroos? How do you get the kangaroos if you can't shoot them?
Punch
You
it.
box 'em. You don't. You just shoot them. There's
Nah, they
nothing
got
except
guns.
for shooting.
You can shoot him.
Square up.
You can shoot him.
Trap them?
Like, you know who's got guns in Australia? Criminals. They got guns. The average person doesn't own a gun, but criminals do.
All right,
There's shootings every day in Australia.
This is how you approach a kangaroo. First, you go to the kangaroo. You ask the kangaroo, "Do you bang? Are you a gangbanger? Do you bang?" and then it swells up like this, and then you swell up, and you say, "What set you bang?" And then it goes back on its tail, and you say, "Okay, let's go, homie." And then you punch it, and then it tries to punch you, and then you go back, and then you punch it and try to knock it out, and then you run away.
Ooh,
he's never met a kangaroo, has he?
No.
I thought you'd have to at least have one boomerang in there.
I've seen one. I've been to Australia. I've seen one.
Let's go, Dungeon Getter. Let's go.
There you go.
There's Ellie's girlfriend.
There's Ellie's girlfriend. Yeah, that thing's fucking you up. You're not boxing that kangaroo.
No.
Yeah, Marcus goes, XLM is huge. They're all fucking huge. Nobody's
Every one
gonna
of 'em.
lose. Nobody's
Every
gonna
one of 'em.
lose. But that's why XLM is so fucking quiet throughout the years. All of them. Fucking H-Bar, Quant, fucking IOTA, fucking Algorand, fucking nobody talks about any of that shit. The only motherfuckers that know about those are us.
I talk
You know what I mean?
about it, but no one listens to me.
No, when I say nobody, I mean motherfuckers that think they're into crypto. They're barely hearing about XRP. That's got the most popularity is XRP. But they don't know about XLM, Quant, and all the other shits. They don't know about it. Do it.
Since we're 3 hours in and we're overtime and we're just fucking around at this point.
We're fucking around, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I went down to one pair of shades.
Check this out.
Run it.
Hold on. Oh, where's the dyno?
Some volume.
1200 horsepower. Look at this is 1200 horsepower. There's a twin turbo V8 with the intercooler with a chiller on it. See, it has a chiller on it. Isn't that
That's
crazy?
retarded, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that looks Tesla proof.
You might as well get a plane at this stage.
Bro, that's nuts. That's not
Bro,
even.
see that shop? That's literally going to be your house.
I want that in my
And
backyard.
the other half of the shop is your fucking house. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Look at that.
That's ridiculous.
20. This is
Man.
only 25 pounds.
Corvettes are fucking dangerous, bro. That's crazy town. I just want to be able to chop at a stoplight. Like, I don't give a fuck about
You get what I'm saying?
racing. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's some shit I want to do. That's just crazy.
Yeah, bro, but every one of us is gonna have a sunhole buddy or a butthole sunning fucking front yard with a fucking giant ass shop. And then when we're bored, we're gonna fuck around and do crazy shit together.
You go to ZRK swimming pool and all the Chase lounges are turned upside down.
How about you fuck yourself? Oh no, wait. You'll be fucking yourself on those lounges.
Hold on. Marcus doesn't know about this. Okay, so let me tell you something. So what they do is
run it, nerdy.
It's so you know how you have an intercooler with your turbos that usually sits in the front. They usually have front mount intercoolers. Now what they have is they have chillers. So basically you have OEM cars do it differently. They tie it into the AC unit, but the unit that you just saw
on that Corvette is basically it's a cold unit that does have ice in the back, but the water it cools it through ice water, and it only sucks in cold ass air, and that's what it gives you all the boost numbers. But because cold air better detonation. But yeah, and you go on the back and you have to open it and you drain it and you put more ice in it. And yeah, the chiller is fucking tight. But you can actually go if you really want to be fancy pants. You can get OEM kits like Dodge has one. So I know that the demons and stuff they use it. So they have the unit. They have a unit that ties into the AC, and it's the same concept, but you don't need the tank or nothing because it ties into the AC and it keeps everything cold. But yeah, you can have a supercharger or a twin turbo setup, all nice and chilled out to AC and good numbers,
bro. Fantasy factory life. Yep.
Yeah.
But we won't be beholden to having to do shows and no more fucking alarm clocks ever. I don't give a fuck. I'm late. I'm gonna be late. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fucking
late. We got some lunch thing. I'll be true to you guys. We got a lunch date. Okay, I'll be there.
What is this alarm clock thing you talk of?
Right. You haven't seen that in years, Papa. Man, you made it already, Papa. Damn it.
Nah, we're getting there though.
No, almost.
We're getting naked in just about 10 minutes.
Hey, the sun's not out though. You can't sun that butthole though. You got to sun that
Get in
butthole.
that hot tub. It's coming.
I want to be able to fucking fill up my hot tub and drain it every time. I want a whirlpool bathtub in my fucking giant ass fucking 900 square foot bathroom. And I want a whirlpool bathtub that feels like a spa, but it's fresh water. Doesn't have to be chlorinated because I refill it and empty it every time. That's what I want. And it's RO.
What happened with Binance suspending XRP withdrawals yesterday?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. It don't matter. Binance don't matter to the US anymore. Take it fuck off.
Whoa.
Better watch out. Papa will sick you with that fucking Smith & Wesson.
You guys shut it down, man.
Fighting words.
I'm gonna hop off.
We done, dude? Are we done?
Ellie, good to see you. No, I'm not. You guys keep going, man.
Later, Buster.
3 hours. Nerdy's looking up sauce.
Huh?
Have a good night, Buster.
I'm gonna go.
Later, Buster.
Good night.
Touch up my makeup real quick.
Nice.
All right, bro.
You do that.
Hey, Extra VOC said that Bitcoin and Ethereum went to zero today.
That was yesterday, wasn't it? Oh,
Yeah, they tapped zero on BitMax. It was BitMax or MEXC or something like that.
Wasn't that just a glitch?
And Ethereum
I think-
yesterday.
It was a glitch.
An anti-glitch.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the XRP glitches.
It's just the data. Internet's trash.
But even if ETH and fucking Bitcoin win, we're going to be the winners. The secret repressed assets, the suppressed assets are it. But if Bitcoin Ether make it, sure. But how many X's those motherfuckers really have in it? Fucking sailors screaming $1 million. That's only a 10X. That's nothing. That's fucking nothing in crypto land. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to show Marcus a picture of how the Germans do it. Because their method of doing it is fucking sick. The Germans are smart. Don't fuck with the Germans.
Yeah, it was MEXC.
You can't fuck with German engineering. Right here, Marcus.
How they do butt tanning?
If you look right here, these are intercoolers. They're tied directly into the turbo. So instead of being front mounted or whatever, they're chilled.
Blank screen.
Yeah, and they're tiny. They're tiny little coolers, bro. It's the sickest fucking thing. But these motors are pushing like 800-900 horsepower stock, bro. It's fucking crazy. Gas sipping, 35 miles per gallon. Like it's crazy. Super quiet, silent.
Yeah. Sailors.
I got a chiller on my swimming pool.
Ooh,
you are a chill guy. You are a chill
perfect 86 degrees all day.
That's a stock BMW.
They're testing the rug. That's the thing. We just got back from Texas. Man, fuck that humidity. I can't handle that shit. But we're dry as a bone in Cali, though. It sucks.
Guess what I'm doing in Cali? I'm sitting in my AC.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. You got AC and you live in the valley. It's nothing better. It's better. It's beautiful.
Sitting in the AC
during the summer
with my city toilet, not some
fucking composting
rural
fucking composting bullshit. Not an outhouse. Yeah,
outhouse.
No, I'm getting proper plumbing out to a septic. And you get a big enough septic, you never have to empty it. I'll be dead before I have to empty my big ass rich man septic. Who gives a fuck?
Can I be honest? I would.
What's that?
What was that?
You can grow your veg with your septic.
Right. Your shit powered veggies.
No.
Perfect.
No.
It is.
No.
There's so long.
No way. No.
If it's done right, you don't understand. It's
Take
really
that
good.
back. Take that back. I don't like you said that.
Take that back.
Like,
I'll just buy manure.
No.
I'll just buy manure. I'll just have motherfuckers. I'm gonna have motherfuckers garden for me, dude. Do it right.
You haven't seen what comes out of my backside. You don't want to be eating anything that comes out.
Yeah. Really, I've never seen that meme.
Papa's ass with every bite of the tomato.
You know what? I gotta pull it up. This is a
not
perfect
enough
moment for that meme.
You motherfuckers are sick. Sick motherfuckers.
You're still on the show, motherfuckers. Yeah. I love it. And we got 352 watching steady. We love you guys.
Pick the minute shit. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Nerdy, you're talking about 35 miles per gallon. It's like my diesel Pajero gives 33 miles per gallon.
Look, hold on.
We got lucky in Texas too, Mozerps. It wasn't crazy hot. Yeah, I couldn't imagine it.
This is my response to that sewer water comment, okay?
Shit.
Shit.
What's that, brother?
That's my response.
Brother,
what the hell is that?
I just eat some cow shit. Dude, this manure. You know what I mean? Well, we're staying in Cali. All the dairy farms. We're staying in Cali. All the dairy farms are up and down. 99, I-5. Like we just get a batch of fucking manure.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be a gigantic fucking operation. It just has to be fucking pesticide free, poison free. We clean up all the water. We clean up our food. Where we're not fucking buying anything from the store. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I want to eat I even want to like eat snacks like a fat kid, but I want to make my own shit. I want to have like Mamacita come in or fucking some fucking grandma, some nona come in and make me my own potato chips with like a cheddar seasoning. That's all natural. It's all the potato chips grown. The potatoes are grown in my property. They're fried in beef tallow. Like I want that.
Okay,
I want to be able to snack like a fat kid, but all good.
I agree with you 100%. Not only do I want that, but I want it all pure and fresh.
Pure and fresh. Yeah, no, that batch of chips, I don't sit in my cupboard for 9 weeks. I get a new batch every week, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I want to live like a fucking king. I don't care about equality. No, fuck that. No, fuck that. Fuck all of that.
Fuck all that.
I will have maids. I will have servants. I will live my best life. If I want something made, it will be there. If you want to feed me grapes, you can feed me grapes. But we're going to live our best life. Doesn't mean we're going to treat people like shit. We will treat people nicely. But at the same time, no.
Dude, fuck a chef.
We're living nice.
I'm hiring grandmas to cook me dinner.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. We'll pay grandma a salary. If grandma can cook us food, we'll pay her a salary.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
The whole fucking family, bro. Grandma on down.
But she's going to have to work for it. None of this is free. She's going to have to work for it.
Yeah, but it's going to be it'll be a handsome ass salary, bro. The whole ass family.
I'm just fucking
rise them all up, bro. Rise everybody up.
I'm just laughing about monkeys washing potatoes.
Yeah, bro.
Get some monkeys wash your potatoes and then make your gnocchi.
You're gonna come to my house. You're gonna see a bunch of big booty Latinas open the door.
Mark is great.
You're gonna have a redhead with blue eyes cooking me food in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're gonna see me chilling in the back working on my car or building something. Hey, bro.
Have y'all seen that Bigfoot shit on X where there's the fucking guys skydiving and doing all kinds of crazy shit in the woods, hunting for humans? To AI Bigfoot.
I want to do that. I want to jump out of a plane.
Oh, they're doing those Revo videos. Or whatever.
It's fucking hilarious, dude.
VO
Would you guys
videos.
jump out of a plane with me?
No.
I already did that once.
A good plane.
Would you do it again?
Especially
No.
with money.
Just
Fuck no.
once.
Nah.
Once you get money, you got to preserve your ass for the rest of your life.
I want to
Fuck,
try it.
fuck adrenaline junkie
I
shit,
want to
dude.
try it. I want to see what it feels like. How does it
Bro.
feel?
Yeah.
Plane?
Yeah, dude.
15 minutes
I'm
after
not
you're
up
on
in
the
my-
ground,
I'm
you
not
think
up in
you're
my
going to have a
wrist.
heart attack.
I think
Serious fucking heart attack. 15 minutes after you're back on the ground, you're hurting.
I think that fall will scare
Really?
the shit out of anybody. I want to be scared like that.
You talking about the adrenaline crash type shit?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like the drop.
Really?
I mean, you're falling at 100 and some miles per
Oh
hour.
shit.
Yeah, no, fuck you. I'm done. It's all about preservation and
Yeah.
upping your intake, your quality of intake, your food, your
betting-
water, your everything, your air.
You're betting your life on a cloth and a piece of string that can open the cloth.
I'll stick
Granted,
to
you'll have the
itself.
best of everything. If you do it, you'll probably have the best of everything. So,
So-
you trust your equipment. I mean, I get it, but
So here in Houston, they have the skydiving where you go tandem jump, right? And you're strapped to this dude, and he's a parachute guy, pro, and he makes sure you get back down on the ground. Okay, we're in a plane. They got like bench seating in the plane, and we're sitting like straddling the bench. Everybody's lined up in there, and then the guy, the pro, gets behind you, and he's strapping his harness to your harness, making sure everything's all cool. He leans over and he says, you know the difference between a hard-on and a Corvette? And I said, no, what? And he says, I don't have a Corvette.
beautiful. Brother, brother,
Brother,
It's funny.
Shit.
But no, it's about to go down. We all know it. We all feel it. It's about to go down.
Mm.
We
Yes,
just gotta
indeed.
keep fucking waiting and keep doing this. It'll be all right. It's
A
gonna be
buddy
all
of
right.
mine fixes my AC unit. He called me. He texted me last night, screenshotted where he finally bought XRP. I've been trying to get this guy to buy XRP for 2 years. Finally, he bought XRP yesterday and says, I should have bought it when you told me to buy it before, but I couldn't get my shit together.
dumbass.
Or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, just start stacking now. No regrets. Just keep going from this point forward.
Hey, my neighbor, I talked him into buying it finally. Well, he got in late, got going, so he built him a little bag and all that. But he's still desperate. I ain't got enough. I buy it and get it on mine, and then I transfer it to him. He comes over with his computer, and I transfer it to him. Today he came over, and I transferred 11 XRP to his. I want to get as much as I can. 11 more, at least 11 more.
11?
11 more.
Bro,
Dang.
it's
something.
something. But here's the thing, though, that kind of like anxious mentality, it's cool because they're like, I need more. But when we start actually really mooning, we go into the hundreds. These people are going to be tempted to sell quickly because they don't have the years of training that we do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And
You
their
go-
amount isn't enough to really like change their life.
Yeah, you go at $20, even $13, they're selling. You know what I mean? You go to $100 or
Crazy.
whatever, they're selling.
Yeah,
Let's
because
say-
their attitude is going to be like, we hit a good lick. We made, $80,000. Well, that's $80,000 I made on crypto. I'm good.
They don't have the years of blood, sweat, and tears in it like we do emotionally.
Yeah.
So, but what it is let's say even they hold out. Let's say they even hold out. But once it starts increasing to bigger numbers, they don't see the vision that we see, the 30 million in 5 fucking years. You better have a forever bag. I don't give a fuck who you are. You better have a forever bag, a 5-year bag minimum. But these motherfuckers, they don't think like that. They're not there. I'm not saying, Papa, your guy is, weak-minded. But what I'm saying is, unless you're there to hold their hand, they'll be gone. They'll be gone at $500 a coin.
No,
They'll be gone at.
He wants a backhoe. That's his big thing. I want a backhoe.
That's so small, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
I said, you gotta think bigger, James. You gotta think bigger.
way bigger. Yeah, way fucking bigger.
Alchemists keep saying,
Alchemist keeps saying that he's out at $5.
That's retarded. That's just big Bitcoin maxi FUD, dude. That's crazy.
But I think a lot of people are out at $5. Go ahead, Daly.
Yeah, did anybody else hear? I can't remember the guy on X. There was apparently China's getting rid of 22 billion worth of Ethereum and Bitcoin that was confiscated to Hong Kong. Can't remember where I was hearing it. This was yesterday. I heard it, and that's going to drop price big time. So there's going to be a massive dip in everything, and then we're going to have a chance to buy some more.
China yesterday banned crypto again.
They're so bipolar.
Yeah, but
the big kahuna is when Satoshi wallet dumps.
So they're going to get rid of all that shit and sell it to Hong Kong, and then price is going to drop. We're going to have a chance to buy some more.
Nobody fucking knows about Satoshi wallet. As soon as that dumps, they were gone, dude.
Not when it dumps, Berserker. When one Bitcoin is moved out of the wallet, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know this, but we put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this. It's gotten to a point where we are going to have a forever bag forever. You know what I mean? But Berserker, what is a forever bag? Well, it's different for everybody, but I would say at least a couple thousand ZRPs. At the bare minimum, a couple thousand ZRPs. When I say forever, I mean like 10 years later.
Yeah, but you're just saying that like it's not a lot. A couple thousand, bro. 1,000 ZRPs right now is like $2,000. Like
yeah, it's almost $3,000. Yeah, 2,300 or something.
A couple thousand ZRPs is you're talking like $6,000, $7,000.
Bro, it's gotten to a point where they're already. That's what I'm saying. They're already sold out, or they're already priced out. The general pop is already priced out. But there are some motherfuckers that do have a little bit of savings that once they see what XRP is going to do, they're going to come up with that 5,000 or that 4,000 to throw down and get that couple thousand ZRPs. Problem is that's all they got forever.
Yeah, but you're talking from a point of view of the West. There's only certain millions of people here in the West, and then out of those millions of people, there's only maybe a couple 100,000, maybe a handful of people who are aware of crypto who are actually investing.
Yeah,
a lot of people around the rest of the world are already priced out.
Yeah, true.
Think about that, because most of the rest of the world they only get paid a couple $100, maybe even $2,000.
But they're not priced out of XLM. They're not priced out of XDC.
No, they're priced out, bro. A lot of people are priced out of a lot of these projects. The only people who are benefiting from any kind of wealth right now are people on the Western side. People who are holding euros or pounds or dollars or stuff like that, or even like Australian dollars or Canadian dollars, whatever. These are the people who are buying crypto. Anyone else from anywhere else, no way.
Let's say the average bear, even in the West, the average bear can drum up once they see the fever, much like Papa's, guy. They see the fever, they drum up a couple $1,000, not a couple thousand, let's say $4,000, $3,000, $4,000 USD. They put together a couple thousand ZRPs. They don't have the vision to keep that for 5-10 years. They don't have the vision. They won't be able to, unless some outside force makes them, or they make themselves escrow their own bag. So you put 500 ZRPs away for a forever bag kind of thing. But that's the thing. The average Joe's not doing that. They're only putting a couple $100 into right now, $500 max, and you're only getting a couple hundred ZRPs.
And
that's their whole entire bag. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Bezek, but don't forget, many people aren't buying XRP because it's a low price. They're thinking, it's worthless. What's $2? I'm not buying that. It's $2. When it's 100, they'll be going, I need that now.
Right. They'll be foaming. But I don't think we're going to see 100. It's not like it's going to go to 100 and stop and wait for people to get on deck. No, it's just going over, bro. Yeah.
People always buy on the way up. They always do. On every asset, they buy it on the way up. When they see it going up, I got to get in now. I got to get in now.
FOMO.
Yeah, but they'll FOMO, but then they'll raise up. Let's say it goes $100, and then let's say a month later or a few weeks later, it's 500, and then it's 800. They'll sell at 500. They'll buy at 100, FOMOing as it's going up, and then they'll sell at 500, and then it'll just keep going. But that's if it just goes like the way we've witnessed it. But I think it's just going to be overnight, bro. Like it'll chunk ramp. It'll go to 500, 250, 500, 1,000, 2,000. It'll just keep going up.
Maybe not even that, Berserker. Maybe the price is already set. When they decide, it's probably a 2-3 grand to facilitate the movement, and then it will keep going up like steps.
Right. Well, the chunk, like that's why I say chunk ramp. Instead of it going to 13, 20, 25, 35, it's going to be 100, couple hundred, 500. It'll just keep going like big fucking chunks. But that's the thing, though. So the theory of instant overnight switch, I hope that. I've always hoped that. But over time, I've talked to Buster, and the way that they do it now, they're suppressing it to where most people can't get in. We are the poster childs of XRP. Unless you're a fucking conspiracy theorist mind, you don't see it unless you get into shows like this or you have a friend pushing you about it. So they're psychologically keeping people out of it. And now they've chunked it up just enough to keep it to where the average Joe can't even buy that much. So with that in mind, then I can totally see it chunk ramping overnight to get people to scurry and FOMO and then sell it anyways. Like they just don't have the mindset.
It's not about the people. It's not for the people.
So maybe then it goes back to the theory of Ellie, which is overnight. Who gives a fuck? It's already priced in. It's 20,000 a coin overnight.
Just to be clear, I'm just here because I've been here for a couple of years. I don't own XRP. I own XPR. I fucked up.
That's correct. Ellie does not, for the record, write that down.
I'm only here for the money.
What's XRP? I never heard of it before.
I know, right? Well, we had a boating accident out here on the beach. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Yeah.
I was holding some Litecoin a long while ago, but I don't hold any crypto anymore.
I haven't heard that in years, dude. Litecoin. Yeah. Wow.
So Verson, the Black Swan capitalist, made an comment today that people who hold digital currencies are holding digital slavery for their future and don't even realize it.
No, that's
what kind of fucking moral gobbledygook is he trying to teach the public?
What kind of
Who gives a fuck?
That?
I have no idea.
Change your fucking life.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't add morals to crypto. Crypto was created by the fucking deep state. The deep state created all of this.
Yeah, that's
all evil.
Someone who said that is someone who's saying it from a point of view who doesn't know how any of this works at all whatsoever.
Because what fucking tool of control.
What you are holding on is a future, and you're holding on to collateral, and everybody wants collateral. So that person is going to be really getting paid, getting dumb when he realizes that, oh damn, maybe I should have been holding XRP.
It's definitely part of the system. It is the system, but very early.
Yeah, people should
stop. Same with money. Same with money. You got to
the same system.
You got to wake up and earn it to go pay your way. So yeah,
exactly.
Well, the difference is you're either going to be a poor slave or a rich slave.
Yeah, that's it.
Amen. Fucking men.
We're not going to be any kind of slave. We're going to be out of the system.
Bro, they're going to get us because of property taxes and shit if we remain. No, they're going to get you anywhere, bro.
XRP is collateral. We are the big dicks. People don't.
If we got to come get you, it's going to be worse.
They're going to come to us. They're going to come to us. They're going to want our money. They're going to want our XRP. They're going to not. They don't want our fiat. They want our digital assets. They want to be able to leverage it, and they want to.
When I go for a piece, I need tweezers.
Yeah. They say, hey.
Well, they're still going to have control over banks or wherever you're custodying. You're doing big dick custody with a big dick bank. They can fucking seize that. Because they're the feds. I mean, that's if you're in the States, they'll fucking do whatever they want. That's the danger of not self-custodying, but the danger of also self-custodying is it's fucking, no matter what, bro, there's always going to be a fear.
Claver, he manages, I think they're managing like 111 million right now, something like that. Okay. And in XRP, let's just say it goes to 1,000. His 110 that he's managing now is like close to like $1 billion, right? So now he's managing like almost $1 billion. So now his reputation and his name and his industry and everything, he can now boast and say that our family office manages $1 billion, right? That just makes his brand and his thing look even better. This is why everybody wants our digital assets, so they can do the same thing, so they can boast about the same way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody wants to manage. Everybody's gonna say, "Hey, come custody with us. Let us hold your XRP. Let us do this, let us do that," because it benefits them more than you realize, right?
Meanwhile, Franklin Templeton says they've got 1.7 trillion they're putting on XLM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that goes up, Templeton's gonna be a big dick, like bigger than they are right now. They're gonna.
Here's the thing, though. How rich do you got to be, though? We go to 1,000. We go to 1,000. We're also holding billions, but ourselves. How rich you got to be? So I think what's gonna make you take that step and that risk, whether it's Franklin Templeton, whether it's fucking Claver's family office, whether it's fucking whatever, Uphold, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
That step, what's gonna make you do that is to fucking need to feel like you're doing something with your money when you're already gorillion fucking rich and you're sunning your butthole every day.
But
what do you have to really do more than that? Like, that's the question. You'd be stupid not to put your fucking money to work, but can you just take a slice of your bag and then like I think it's going to be a balance of risk.
I think we have to acknowledge that we are moving into an era of trillionaires.
Yep. Because before it was a myth. Oh, it was only a myth that the Saudi family were trillionaires.
Yeah, like
money's a psyop.
Like billionaires seemed to be like, oh dang, billionaires, wow. But like even like millionaires now, like $200,000 is now considered lower class. Like you're basically broke at 200K, right?
No
so,
financial advisor you try to hire is gonna know what we know here.
Yeah, so like that's like $1 million. It's not only gonna buy you a house, and then you're broke, right? So even being a millionaire is not even that much anymore.
Not even now. Like you got in Australia, used to be like 20 years ago. You win $1 million, it's like huge. Now you win it, fuck all.
It goes like that, right?
You can't buy a house.
You can't do nothing with it. So, like,
well, think about it. 10 years ago, you never heard the word trillionaire.
Exactly.
You never heard trillion.
It was a myth. It was mythological.
We're running $37 trillion deficit.
Right? We're 37 trillion. Can you believe that?
That's just what they tell us. That's not all the money. Do you do the math?
That's
the taxes they take from us is in the
crazy.
trillion.
And all that is going to be flowing into stable coins and byproduct. It just flows into XRP. So
it's
that's
to keep
great.
the public unaware of how much money is, how much
so
they actually have.
So if you really think about it, we're like trillionaires. We're this trillionaire group, this small group of people who really.
I'm gonna be a Godzillionaire.
Isn't it be
that
crazy?
Lizard's gonna grow? Fucking A.
You're gonna be a Lazillionaire,
real, bro.
A gazillionaire, a Godzillionaire. Yeah. Do it, bro.
I'm changing the name.
Do it. But yeah, no, and that's real deal, Holyfield. That's why we're few and far between. It's the years that we put in. It's the bachelors, the masters, the PhDs in crypto. That's what's going to make us hold that forever bag forever.
Yeah.
Because we know what's coming. And we don't need just a backhoe. We need our entire generation to change.
We need a backhoe factory.
There we go. For ourselves. I'll just make backhoes for the rest of you fucks.
I'm going to make hoes back.
Bring hoes back.
There you go. To the yard. Just don't let them see my butthole.
Not tanned enough.
But what I was talking about with XLM, with Franklin Templeton, it's like everybody kept saying, all boats are going to float.
Yeah.
XLM, everybody. Well, that's just showing you right there. Like right now, I'm not buying any XRP. I'm buying XLM because it's like Buster. Get the Buster. It's the ratio. It's 8+ ratio right now. That's crazy. I'm just going to get XLM, trade them back in for XRP later when they get more equal.
Well, everybody talks about these side coins, the Velos, the SHXs, the fucking what is the other one that we're all about? Zebec. That's Solana. The bait, you know what I mean? The SHX. That's all stellar. Like, why not buy the native asset? Do you think that's not going to take the fuck off? You think, Zebec's going to win, but Sol, maybe not. No, it's all going to fucking win. But problem is, Sol's $200. Or is it more? I don't even know. What's that?
I have some Sol.
Yeah, bro.
Like
those native assets are the real winners. The root, the meat and potatoes that the monkeys washed.
The root.
I'm gonna eat that bird.
Yeah,
Those are gonna all fucking fly. What's that?
Like each coin you got, it's gonna make
muted
potentially
yourself.
a millionaire for you, right?
Yeah,
Each coin you have is gonna produce $1 million for you. Easily.
Everybody's on a Zebec train, and I'm like, yeah, it's doing some cool shit and everything, but at the end of the day, Stellar's a much bigger monster. You know what I mean? Soul, much bigger monster.
I don't have any.
Way bigger.
All of mine.
But you can get many more Zebec. You can get a lot more Zebec for the money, so your return on investment is going to be greater.
I used to use my Stellar earnings to get Taco Bell with my Coinbase card.
Bro, those are going to be war stories you're going to be telling your grandkids.
A couple hundred XLM just for a
So
burrito.
if they bring the Uphold card back, then you're going to be able to do point of purchase sales like that. Just ring it up and go.
Well, what you do is that they have to bring the card back, because if you're doing direct deposit from your paycheck, they have to bring the card back so you can live on it. That's how that works. They're going to incentivize people with 4% XRP back. If you do direct deposit into Uphold, they need a fucking card that works. It doesn't glitch up like Coinbase card. I mean, I don't know about Pro. I don't know about crypto.com card. Does that work? Because I remember Coinbase, that shit would glitch up like crazy. I think I had their Visa one time.
I have.
Pal has a card now.
What's going to happen? We're going
wallet. That ain't Uphold.
We're going to be using QR codes. QR codes.
Is 9XLM enough?
Hit it, bro.
Enough for a haircut.
I think 9 is enough. It's the future.
Cards will have a QR code on it. So when you go shopping, they'll scan your QR code and take out the amount that you owe.
People are watching the show because XLM is pumping now. Zerk, why'd you say something? No, that was you, Papa. Papa, why'd you say something? Now it's up 2.25% now.
That'll make my wife happy. She got a shitload of them.
Yeah.
XDC 10% up.
I gotta get some.
God, it took me 3 days to get MetalPay to verify me. Finally, I finally got verified today, so I can get me some SPR.
Nice. I sold all my XDC. I sold all my XLM. I sold everything and I dumped it into XRP.
Well, that's my eventual goal. That's
is smart.
XLM. XLM is. I'm going to when the ratio goes up, I'll switch them over.
Yeah, I dumped it all in at 60 cents. So that was smart.
I always said that boy had a brain.
Yeah. So are we calling it? Is that it?
Hot Tub's calling me, bud. Hot Tub's calling me.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Gotta run. Thank you, fellas.
And join in.
See you guys.
I don't know. Zerker just left.
See you.
So,
you don't give a fuck
with that situation.
He had to pee.
And then Buster left too. So they're leaving me. They're leaving me hanging now.
You're in charge.
Never leave you hanging, bro. We're gonna have this till we're done. I had to piss like a racehorse, bro. Sorry.
Are we having country crypto as outro?
Hold on.
Sure, why not?
Maybe.
Do you want it?
If you request
Who
it,
gives a shit? Everybody's watching.
Fuck,
3.5 hours, bro. I was late though.
We used to go longer.
Now all you can do is cry in the shower while you're sunning your butthole.
Bro, straight up. No, straight up. My everyday is gonna be it's gonna be dope. Like,
I mean, you still got watching, nerdy.
Nothing.
All right, you guys ready? Are we gonna call it?
Peace.
We should call it.
Peace out. Later, guys.
Love.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to the show. I told you so. I told you so. We're gonna be driving Lambos. We're gonna take a trip to Fiji. All the non-believers.
will be our passion. Cause what you focus on, you attract like a magnet. Got diamond hands, we hold till we blasting. It's universal law, so we know it's gonna happen. So with that being said, we getting bags laughing. Laws of attraction, plus with that work in action, you can make it happen. The SEC corrupted, they don't want you with that baggage. They savage, but the army holding strong and we packing big bags, keep stacking. James Rue and Bagman on that rocket ship smashing. Deep state crashing, and when we beat the cases, silent parties, moon mansions, island parties and moon mansions.
I told you so. I told you so. Gotta be driving Lambos. Gonna take a trip to Fiji. All the non-believers.
I told you so. I get crypto, I kill bills, steak and bacon, and we chill. Crypto parties in the hills, pulling up on Lambo wheels. Fiji Islands, Astro Lightens, Mansion Mills. Crypto vibes, popping seals, we uber rich, it give you chills. Crypto dollars, ripple bills, diamond hands, crypto skills, busting shills. Bitcoin maxis talking ill. Join the ledger, endless build, but dropping bud. Who you fooling? Staying bullish to the fullest. Prices low, no we scooping stuff and bags. Extra bullish, Baba had the blueprint. BG 1, 2, 3, flip the switch, and we shooting past the moon, and you lose it, mother shit boosting. James Rule, ruling, join the army, this the movement, stuffing bags till we on an island. Crypto will or we die trying.
Back up truck. Roll up those bags. The Bitcoin maxis never did. XRP, baby. They all make fun of us. Generational wealth. Change, XRP. XRP.